Test. Hey guys, and welcome back to the stream. Alright, how you guys doing? So we're just gonna be doing more, Raccoon free game, and I have a feeling we are almost done with this game. Actually, I believe. No, I don't think so. I don't think we're anywhere close. But to be fair, it's only been like what, 3 parts, I guess. So you guys see a black screen, right? I think. Oh no, you just see that. Okay. Well, you just wait. Oh, hello. Yeah, we're pretty much done this game, I think. We're at a record pace, I must say, world record pace. You know, Flower, I think that's a sign. I think that's a sign of, things to come, right? I think that's a sign for you to do something, right? What is that something? Well, you know what it is. Well, that's a good segue, I guess, to a very small thing that I can talk about, which is Genshin Impact related. I only learned about this because I got pinged from a Discord that I'm in. But apparently there's another huge leak thing that I just looked at. It's pretty interesting. We got like major leaks. By major, I mean like humongous leaks, like 200 plus images of like future characters and like character art and like character designs, right? Done by one leaker, one GigaChad leaker, by the way. One GigaChad leaker leaked the entire thing and then left. And they even wrote a little message in their little leak compilation that they did, basically calling out Genshin Impact leakers as being like, clout chasers and people that, people that are clout chasers in the Genshin Impact leaking scene, right? And people that deliberately withhold leaks from each other, right? Because they want to be, the only person that can leak it. So this guy just decided to leak the entire thing because he was like, screw it. And apparently he also said that MiHoYo, he also wrote a letter to MiHoYo in the same document saying that MiHoYo has apparently really bad security in their game because it was really easy for that person to get these leaked images and stuff. Yeah, and then he just left. That's what he did, man. Called out all the clout chasers in the Genshin Impact leaking scene and called out MiHoYo for their really poor security for their files, and then he just left. Do I sound different? Do I sound far away? I'm using the same exact setting. Hello? 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 Let me double check something. Oh. Hello? Okay, did I sound better? For some reason, my microphone volume was down at like 50. So I put it back up to like 70, which is the place that it should be. But yeah, do I sound better? Oh, better. But do I sound louder? Here we go. Okay. Yeah, that was the problem. I can't do that. I have to... Man, this is an annoying thing. Can I use... I think Game Capture has the the void problem, right? Where it glitches out, and some of the game's graphics is just like black. I have to use display capture, which is really dangerous. True, Romax. I played Overwatch 2 again last night after not playing it for like a month or two, and I remembered why I stopped playing it. Because it made me very angry. And I will not be afraid to say it. went on I think my record by the time I finished it was like 5 and 10. And I lost like 5 games in a row. But I only did Mystery Heroes. So yeah, not ranked or anything, it was just Mystery Heroes. But yeah, not playing it after like months really does make you rusty at the game. It really does. Oh yeah, we're in Australia now, I believe, right? You know, I binge watched Black Mirror, by the way. You know how I brought up Black Mirror last stream, right? Ended up binge watching the whole thing. So Romax and I actually watched one episode of it, and it's pretty alright. I would rate the entire season, because there's like 6 episodes, right? I would rate it probably like 6 or 7. I would say. Maybe better than season 5, which is not very hard to beat, because season 5 only had like 3 episodes. But yeah, maybe 6 or 7. It was okay. Yeah, how'd you feel about it, Romax? Like, what was your favorite episode? Which one was your favorite one? Hello, Potter. I would say some of the older seasons were definitely still better, but this one was alright. I don't think anyone here is gonna watch it, right? Which means I can talk about it, right? Right? With heavy spoilers and stuff. Right? But before that, before you guys tell me if you're gonna watch it or not, Fear and Hunger, right? We all know Fear and Hunger. That game, the game that's like CBT, pioneered by Tolomeo R, right? Tolo, the person that made it popular, I guess. That game has really been making rounds lately, actually. It's really been picking up popularity, and a lot of people are starting to play it. Most notably, you know, Connor, right? Booby. Yeah, Connor Booby. Yeah, he made a video on it on YouTube. And I think that also gave the game a lot of attention. But a lot of people are starting to play it. Like the first, second, and last one, I think that was the general consensus about the entire season, yeah. Yeah, and Tolo was really ahead of everyone with Fear and Hunger. Even a streamer that I watch a lot started playing it. Do you guys think I can beat Fear and Hunger? You believe? But I think that game is gonna be that game's gonna be a lot of things. That's the game that a lot of people are gonna stop playing, I think. I think like the bigger streamers will probably stop playing it, I feel. I mean, we all know you like CVT and all that. Yeah, I'm aware that Layers of Fear has a new game. It's like a remake of the first one. It's on Steam. Apparently it's not that good. Like mixed or mostly positive. Also, yeah, I got stuck here, because how the hell do you get up here? How? You have to jump on the crane somehow? Hello, frog. Let's not talk about Cluster Truck. Okay. Like Layers of Fear 1 was actually pretty good. Layers of Fear 2, if you remember, you guys remember when I streamed Layers of Fear 2? That was back when I did the hashtag first face reveal, right? It wasn't very scary. The first one was definitely the best one. Apparently this new one, it's like, I don't know. Yeah. The only way I'm gonna go back to Cluster Truck and like Yomoari, if it's like a subathon or some sort of like sub goal or whatever, then I'll go back to those games. Other than that, no. No. It's difficult RPG. Yeah, Rolex, Fear and Hunger is very, very difficult. It's very much a trial and error game. It's like Darkest Dungeon in the sense that you're trying to make the best out of a very bad situation, right? It's like very easy to soft lock and just get stuck in the game. A lot of retries. A lot of it is down to like, you know, knowledge checks, right? Like how do you beat this specific enemy, right? Because every enemy in that game, even if it's just like by themselves, even if it's an enemy by themselves, they can easily just like wombo combo you and you just die. Which is not good trilogy. You're talking about... I forgot which one. How do I get up here? Well, we're stuck here. Dark caves. Unless it's pointing like down and not up. Because it says caves. No, it's definitely pointing up there, but hey Crayon. How do I... Oh, maybe up here. Excuse me. Okay, wait. Is it a good game? Because difficulty is just a good game. Well, I think both. It's a very good game. It's not afraid to show very disturbing and disgusting things, I would say. Like Dark Souls, right? Dark Souls is good because it's a hard game. No, I think Fear and Hunger is definitely a very unique RPG maker game, right? The lore. Yeah, the lore can be pretty good with like the old gods and all that.
After capturing the Guru, the Dingoes confiscated his magic walking staff and moonstone. Without these objects, the Guru is powerless.
Given that we're dealing with miners, I bet they stashed the goods in one of the caves around
Alt
here.
tab.
It's a secure location with plenty of guys on duty to provide protection.
I agree. The most likely candidate is this mine shaft. It appears to have the highest number of workers coming in and out.
Good place to start. I'm on it.
Did you guys see Tolo's stream yesterday? He played this game called Class of 09. And oh my god. All I can say is, rip Tolo, right? He's gonna get banned. No, he's not gonna get banned. But, what a game that was. I think what surprised everyone was how good the voice acting was in that game. Like, actually pretty decent. No, I wouldn't say so, Romax. It's definitely... Yeah, like, it's... I know everyone in the modders is playing Only Up, right? Only Up, if you don't know, is another one of those, you know, getting over it type raging games. But apparently, it's not good. Like, genuinely has some, like, people, you know, people like Jump King and all that. But Only Up apparently does not have a automatic save state, so you have to beat it in one sitting. Like, if you close the game, if you exit the game, there's no checkpoints at all, so you have to start from the beginning. Freaking Jacko, you. That game was something.
Those caves are gonna be dark. Your optimizer goggles will make navigation easier.
Yeah, Fear and Hunger. I kind of had like... I kind of wanted to try it. But, it's probably not gonna get in...
The Guru's items would be stashed at the far end of this cave.
It's probably not gonna be... It's not gonna end up good, I think, if I try it. I'm watching Dist, you know, Distortion. I think he spent almost like 15 hours so far in the game. And he hasn't made it far at all. And he's had to restart a lot of times. So, I mean... Yeah, it's a lot of time. 8 hours or 15 hours. And basically still in the first part of the game. Yeah, it's kind of rough. The beginning's the hardest part. Yeah, that's what I heard. And then, you can get to a point where your characters are really strong, right? Your weapons and stuff. A lot of trial and error. The Black Mirror chat. That was okay. Season 6 was okay. I guess allow me to spoil the entire season, I suppose. Just so we have something to talk about. He's fishing. So season 6, I would say, better than season 5, which is not very hard to beat. Oh. The heck? What's that blue glip? Okay, I just gotta jump on it. Okay, that's kind of scary. Oh. Oh my goodness, how dystopic was it from scales? This entire season as a whole? So Black Mirror, right? We all know Black Mirror. The premise of Black Mirror, at least in my opinion, right, was basically the dangers of technology, right? Basically technology in the future, it's like a dystopian world where technology is very advanced, but it's like commentary about the dangers of it, right? I guess. This season, the creator apparently said he wanted to take he wanted to take the show in a different direction, which makes sense, right? Because I mean, the last season was like what, 2019, right? So they really wanted to try something different with the season, and it definitely shows. Oh, it's Haku. Right, definitely shows. There was a lot of experimentation in season 6 compared to the other ones. Like, they definitely tried something new. They didn't really play it safe, and I would say it worked out okay. I think some episodes were just kind of stupid though. Yeah. What? Oh, hold on. Ah. I'm feeling the vibration. So,
time to take you back to your rightful owner. These miners are smarter than they look. They booby-trapped the moonstone. It looks like a light-sensitive detonator. If I can get it outside and into the sunlight, it should power down.
yeah, so Romex and I... Oh, hold on. I guess we gotta wait until I finish this part. The speedrun out the exit. Yes, Romex and I watched the first episode. And the first half of episode 1 definitely was a lot better than the second half, I would say, for sure. What am I doing? Oh. Oh, okay, so... Hello, Yo Dragon. Yeah, I'm a big fan of it. Big fan, #1 fan, I guess. Spoilers allowed in here? Yeah, I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna start talking about it. I don't think I don't think anyone else here is gonna watch it. Or people that do watch it already watched it already. But yeah, my thoughts on season 6 of Black Mirror. This is gonna be a YouTube essay. No, it's not. It's not gonna be. But in general, I'd say there's only one episode that I didn't really like out of the bunch. All the other ones are pretty good. Range from pretty good to just okay. and one that I thought was just kind of not my cup of tea. Yeah, definitely. Without the technology aspect of it, it's kind of like, is this really Black Mirror? Does it really fit? That kind of thing. Okay, so episode 1 is called Joan is Awful, and it's about a business lady. I messed up. It's about a business lady. You know, she goes to work. She has to fire an employee. She has a husband, but she has an affair with her husband because she gets a text message from her ex, right? And then she goes out and meets the ex to dinner, and then she ends up kissing him, right? So, you know, typical stuff. And then when she gets back home, they watch TV. Her and her current husband watch TV. And they go on a platform called Streamberry, which is basically Netflix, right? Oh yeah, the season 6 also pokes fun at like Netflix and stuff as well. Like streaming websites. So Joan, the main character, right? She and her husband, they sit down, watch TV, and they see a show called Joan is Awful. And the lead, or the splash art for the show, looks exactly like her. It looks exactly like her, but it's played by, what's her name? Salma Hayek, I think. And they decide to watch it. And it's basically a one-to-one recreation of what she did in her day. And she's like, oh shit, she starts freaking out because, you know, she has an affair with her ex, right? Or affair with her husband. It like shows her firing an employee, and she like ends up revealing stuff about the company, right? So it's basically a very scary one-to-one recreation of everything she did during the day. And I was like, okay, this is kind of like Black Mirror, right? It's like Black Mirror-esque. So that's like the plot of the first half. So then she starts getting paranoid, right, and starts freaking out. And as a result of that TV show, she ends up, you know, losing her job and her husband and stuff like that, right? So that's the first half of the premise, which is, yeah, pretty good, pretty interesting. The second part is when I think starts to kind of get a little bit crazy. Like, it's like they had to put a twist. They had to put some insane twist for the sake of putting an insane twist, right? It went from like, okay, interesting, to like,
Have no ambient light whatsoever.
it went from like, you know, oh, this is interesting, to like, oh, okay, it's kind of silly.
Providing enough illumination to let you see. Watch your step. These mine pits are deep.
So basically, she tries to get Salma Hayek, which is the lady that plays her in the show, she tries to get her attention by doing very gross things. So what she ends up doing is she ends up wearing a cheerleader outfit and shitting inside the building of a wedding hall. So she's just like, okay, if this show is literally documenting everything about my life, let me try and do something extremely stupid and, you know, disgusting. So she ends up eating like 50 Big Macs, she drinks laxatives, and she takes a huge poop in the church where a couple is getting married. So obviously this gets the attention of Salma Hayek, the actress that's playing her, right? So she tries to sue the company, right? For defamation and all that. But then the lawyer is just like, oh, sorry, I can't do anything about this because the main character signed the terms of service with the streaming platform that allowed her to use her likeness. So what they ended up doing was, so she's just like, okay, can I sue Salma Hayek? But then they're just like, no, it's not actually Salma Hayek playing her. It's a deep fake. It's a deep fake of Salma Hayek playing as the main character. Right? So after taking a huge dump in a church chapel, Salma Hayek ends up getting, you know, bad press and all that. And then Salma Hayek ends up going to the main character's house, right? And then they start talking about that, and then they think of a plan to bring down the streaming website, right? The streaming platform. And so accuse, you know, like Payday type heist where they, you know, like a montage of them organizing the crime and all that. So they end up going to the headquarters of where the TV show is being produced, right? And the big twist is that this TV show is made
Wonder what's so special
by
about this
using
staff.
space magic. This
Another
TV
booby trap.
show,
For a stick? These guys are paranoid. And from the sound of it, they've called in reinforcements. Nothing like a horde of angry dingoes to make things a bit more interesting.
this TV show is made using a thing called the, I'm not kidding, they call it the quantum computer. Where it's this huge magical AI computer, right? That can procedurally generate any TV show. It's a computer, yes. So they end up eavesdropping on the creator lady while she's being interviewed by a person. And then she goes on and talks about how the reason they made it negative, the reason they made the show awful and negative was because basically, you know, people, it generates buzz, right? People pay more attention to bad news, right? Which is like the real world, right? People, the drama creates clicks and all that, right? They try to highlight the happy parts of people's lives, but that didn't, they end up not generating the clicks and the views, right? Compared to showing people at their worst, right? So this quantum computer basically has shows of everyone, literally everyone, called XXX is awful, right? Has it all generated. That's the big twist. And to make it even more silly, who's that person called from Scott Pilgrim? What's his name? What's the actor's name? Yeah, Michael Cera. So Michael Cera, he's the tech nerd behind this quantum computer. And then he reveals to everyone that they're not living in the real world. The lady, Joan, the main character, she's actually an AI construct of the real her, being played by the real version of herself. So the real version of herself in this real life layer projected an avatar of the main character Joan, right? And then Joan is being played by Selma Hayek in this TV. So it's like they're in this weird AI simulation world. And if they destroy this quantum computer, everyone in this AI layer dies. All of that is like, just blurted out to you by Michael Cera and like, blah, 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 like at the end. So the main character lady, she ends up busting the quantum computer and destroying it. And then she turns back into the real Joan in the real world. And yeah, that's the Black Mirror episode. That's episode 1. Did I explain it well enough? Did you kind of get the gist of it? And what I mean by the first half was pretty interesting, and then the second half kind of like went like, what? It's like this weird twist. Yeah, what a twist. It seemed kind of like ridiculous though. Even for Black Mirror, I thought that was kind of ridiculous. Episode 2 was a lot better. Episode 2 was a lot more grounded. Less Black Mirror-y and less about technology. But it was like a very good like slow burn. Probably one of people's like favorites actually. It's called Loch or Loch Henry. It takes place in England, very rural town of England, in a small like village type area. It's based on Resident Evil. No, it's not. But the second one, the premise of the second one is that it's a group of aspiring filmmakers wanting to make a documentary movie, right, for this festival. So it takes place in this part of like England somewhere, or Ireland, I don't know, Ireland, Scottish, England. But yeah, it's about a group of people, aspiring film creators that want to make a documentary about an interesting thing, right? So at the start, the two guys, that's a guy and a girl, they plan on making a documentary about an egg thief, or rather a guy that protects these eggs from these burglars, right? But then one day while they go out to their pub, their friend's pub, right, they start talking about why the pub and the area has started to lose a lot of like tourist people, right? Like the pub and stuff used to be really packing, there used to be lots of people there, the town used to be really popular, but suddenly people stopped coming, right? And it's because of a man called, well, Ian something, right? I forgot the guy's name. Ian something. And this guy allegedly killed these two tourists that came to the town for vacation. Yeah, there were these two tourists that came to the town and they suddenly disappeared without a trace. And this guy called Ian was the murderer and the killer. And the main character's dad was a policeman, and he was Ian Aldir, yeah. So the main character's dad was a policeman that allegedly died as a result of this Ian guy and this whole like murder case, right? Yeah, and he also had a sex dungeon. This Ian dude had a sex dungeon that no one was aware of. And so the main character's lady friend, they go down to the house, this abandoned house where this whole incident took place. And then she was just like, oh, let's make a real life documentary about this Ian dude, right? This murderer in your town. And the main character is just like, no, this is messed up because my dad, my dad died as a result of this case. He doesn't want to make it personal and all that. So she insists on changing their egg documentary into this real life murder mystery instead, right? So they pitched this idea to the news broadcasting company. And the news broadcasting company lady, she's just like, oh, this is interesting, but why not try and make this, more interesting by getting more personal, right? So they decide to go down to the dungeon itself, the sex dungeon, to investigate. So while this is happening, the main guy's pub friend, his father, is this old man that's very like, he's drunken, you can say he's pretty much dead inside. He comes down to only drink beer and gets drunk off his ass. He's all quiet and creepy, right? And he's just like, don't investigate this case, what are you doing? And a lot of the episode is like kind of like a montage of them, making this film and making this documentary, right? So they go down into the sex dungeon of where it took place, right? And it's all gross and shit, and there's like, they use blacklight and all that, and there's like stains and blood and all that. Hold on, I'm getting really sidetracked. How do you even get there? I'm not even making any progress here. Let me try and actually get to this place. Having wheelchairs very hard. Oh my good god. I'm not a fan of this level. I really don't like it. Oh my god, get up there, man. Like, what the hell do you even do here? You probably all go in wheelchair. Yeah, I don't have enough money though. And I don't think there's any upgrades that help traversal. At least not yet, I don't think. Heck. I don't even know how I did that. Did he climb on the ledge?
Hail, O Guru of the Stone! Murray has purified Ayers Rock, and now I humbly deliver your walking stick and moonstone. The time for escape has come. Thank you, you're too kind. But tell me, how do you plan to escape? Gadzooks! You can transform yourself! Why, once you change shape, a guard is sure to come inside and investigate! Too true! Wait, here comes a guard!
Master, hold down the
Whoa.
L1 button to transform. I love it when you do that!
What? Where'd he go?
Master, you're the greatest! That jump's totally fooled! Once his back is turned, ram him into the cell door! Freedom! Oh,
That's interesting.
yes. Let's show these miners who's boss.
That's
And for the
interesting.
drills, I guess Bentley's found a weak spot.
Yeah, so while, so after they finish filming in this sex dungeon and they leave, they start like joking around. They're on the road, they're driving, they're having a good laugh, right? And the main character, he's driving and he doesn't pay attention to the road, and they end up getting into a car accident, right? They drive and they get hit by an oncoming car, and the main character ends up going to the hospital, right? While the girl and the pub friend, they're fine. So while the main character's in the hospital, the girl continues to work on the movie, right? And they're staying at the main character's house. The dad's dead, but the mom's still alive, right? And the mom is a hoarder because she's kept like 50 VCR tapes of this one show. And the main character is like, oh, you know, she just really loves this film, this show, which is why there's like 50 copies of these, right? And they decide to record over these VCR tapes, right? Because this is back in like, I don't know, the 90s or the 80s or whatever, right? Or the 70s. So, you know, there's not really much option. So they decide to tape over and record over these tapes, right? And meanwhile, while the girl is busy editing the movie, the VCR player, right? The tape ends up finishing, but there's like a little bit extra at the end that of the VCR tape that they're not aware of, and it shows Ian, which is the in air quotes murderer, right? It's a film of him in the sex dungeon, and it has the missing tourists, right? To the two people that end up missing. But the shocker, the big twist, is that the main character's dad, right, is in the film. Now the main character's dad, he's presumably dead. Or he's dead, but he's this like decorated policeman that investigated this Ian case. And people thought that he died trying to, you know, get this case on the wraps, right? But it turns out the main character's dad, and most importantly, the mom, were the two perpetrators behind this sex dungeon thing. The sex dungeon torture and all that. And during this whole show, the mom is like, you know, very nice and kind. You know, you don't suspect a thing. But it turns out the main character's mom and dad are actually the ringleaders behind these, the sex dungeon thing. And this Ian dude, he might have not been the main, bad guy, after all, because the whole tape has him looking like really out of it, essentially. So it seems like the mom and dad kind of like coerced him into doing it. Oh, not that dad. That's the pub friend's dad, son. Not the main character's dad. The main character's dad is dead. But the pub friend's dad was... He got very angry that they were making this. And you're like, why? Why is he angry? And, yeah, so the lady, right? The lady friend, she sees this and she starts freaking out. And then the mom walks in. The mom walks on her, right, to check how she's doing, right? Cause she's staying over for dinner. Totally empty. So the mom walks in on the lady friend. The mom doesn't see the film. But then the lady friend, she starts freaking out, right? And they have dinner. And the lady friend's just like acting all weird, you know, and freaked out and all that. And the mom's just like, are you okay, dear? And then the lady friend's just like, oh, I just need to go to the bathroom. And so she goes to the bathroom and she tries texting the main character, right? And calling the main character. But reception is really bad. So she's just like, oh, I gotta go. I gotta get some fresh air, right? And the mom is just like, you know, oh, that's really weird. And as this lady friend is leaving and she's outside, right? The mom goes into the bedroom, like the guest bedroom of where they're making the movie, and she ends up seeing the tape. And then she's just like, ah, shit. So the mom starts freaking out, and she goes out she ends up going into a car and chasing after this lady friend. And you know, there's this car chase and all that. The lady friend, she runs off into the cornfield maze, and the mom loses her, and the mom's just like, yeah, fuck, shit, crap, you know, non-Christian words. And the lady friend, this all happens at night. The lady friend, she ends up trying to cross this river, and she trips, and she falls face first into these lake rocks, and she ends up drowning. It's kind of funny. It's like so sudden as well. She just trips and falls and dies. And that's it. That's the only screen time she gets. Trips, falls face first into yeah, like the dies a cringe thing. And she ends up drowning. And the mom is not aware of the fact that she's dead. So the mom ends up going back home. She puts on this Venetian red mask. This red Venetian mask. Because that's what she wore. That was like her, you know, signature. It's like persona, right? That's like her motif. Right? She puts on this red Venetian mask while she tortures the people. So she goes back home. She compiles a bunch of like videotapes, right? The VCR tapes. And she writes a note to her son. and you only see the words 4 on the note before it pans away, right?
Your talents are impressive, Guru.
Har vi det simler?
Uh-huh, yeah.
Har så sang ever bare hina.
I hear you. Those drills are tearing up the landscape. They appear to be fragile at the base. Ram a guard into it, and the whole apparatus should break apart.
Har hvem der det her?
Oh yeah, some things never change.
Run guards and drills. Yeah, so the mom, she ends up gathering all of her tapes, right? And she writes a note to her son on the table, and you only see the words 4. And she goes to her bedroom, puts on the red Venetian mask, and she ends up hanging herself. So yeah, dead. Dead, yeah, or dead. I don't have dead enabled, I don't think. So, and then it fast forwards. Then there's a time skip of the main character winning pretty much the Grammy, right? Wins the Grammy for the best documentary, and it shows you the documentary that they made throughout the entire thing. It's actually pretty neat. And then he's at the awards, right? His friends, right? His friends' pubs is like bustling with, you know, tourists, right? Because, you know, this documentary went viral. So like switches between points of view of the award show and his friend's pub. And his friend's pub is filled with people wearing like a red Venetian mask, right? You know, because her mum, you know, his mum wore it, right? So the main character, he's at the award show, he won the Grammy, everyone's congratulating him. The film documentary, like, lady, right, that told him to make this, you know, more interesting and personal, was just like, oh, congratulations, my boy. You have made me very proud. We're going to make a drama series of your documentary, and we're going to have this very famous lady play it as well. And this famous lady walks up to them, and she's just like, oh, aren't you the guy that made this documentary? And he's just like, yeah, you know, he's just like, he's smiling, but deep inside, he's like dying, and you know, he's like dying inside, right? Cause, you know, his mom and dad are dead. His dad's dead. He thought his dad was a hero, but his dad was like, you know, the main culprit behind this. His mom's dead. His girlfriend or the lady friend's dead. So everyone he likes, knows, and loves is like dead, right? And then the closing part is him sitting alone in his hotel room, and he looks at the award trophy, which so happened to be in the shape of a mask. And then he pulls out the note that his mom wrote to him, right? And you finally see what it says. So keep in mind, right? It said 4. We only see the words 4. So you might think that she wrote like, you know, I don't know, forgive me or something. But no, the mom wrote for your film. So he reads it, and then he just like stares. He ends up just staring off in the distance, like all dead inside. And then that's how the episode ends. Yeah. Oh, Kaya, you changed your name? Primordial Soup. I just call you Primordial Soup instead. Yeah, that's how the episode ends. So yeah, pretty good actually. It's a very slow burn. Very much grounded in reality. Not much related to technology, but you could call, you know, the old VCR tapes and the old films as technology, right? So pretty good. That episode was probably a lot of people's like favorite one, actually, or top 2. But I'm so used to calling you just Kaya though. Now it's weird. Wait, dealing with Stalker. Wait, as in like Twitch or IRL?
Where'd he go?
That is creepy. The heck?
Sweet moves, master!
I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully, you're okay. Did you guys like my explanation of episode 2? Was it as good as episode 1?
Down it go!
Oh, online. Oh. That is so weird. Weird, I mean, that's so creepy. I see. Well, good. Hopefully you have some precautions in place. Time to bring out the gun. So episode 3 is probably a lot of people's favorites. Maybe because it has Jesse Pinkman in it. Right? His name's not Jesse Pinkman, but people just call him Jesse Pinkman because of Breaking Bad, right? Who's the actual actor called? Aaron Paul, right? Yeah, there's Aaron Paul in it. It's pretty cool.
I must be dreaming.
I would say episode 3. Episode 3 idea and premise, I felt like was very interesting. Execution-wise, not what I thought. Not what I expected, but it was still pretty good. So the premise of episode 3 is called Beyond the Sea. Like that song, Beyond the Sea. And it's about these two guys, Aaron Paul, and I don't know who the other actor guy is called, but he also did a really good job. It's about these two guys. It takes place in alternative 1970. And it's about these two astronauts, right? There's these two astronauts aboard this space vessel, and they're on a 6-year voyage to pretty much survey and protect Earth from this evil thing, right? They pretty much have to oversee Earth for like 6 years aboard this like space vessel. But the twist is that inside the space vessel, there's this bed. And what this bed does is that it allows them to transfer their consciousness into these two replicas or robots of them that live down on Earth, right? So Aaron Paul, he's living like the quiet countryside life, right? Alone, away from society, with his wife. On his ads.
Keep it up. Bentley's got another
His ads, no.
Stick it to these miners.
Well, okay, so I gotta explain this again after the ads. Hold on, I'll be right back. 3 more minutes. Chat, thank you for watching. 3 minutes. I'll be back in 3 minutes. Yeah, I'll start again after I'm back from the ads. After we're back from the ads, I'll start again. But yeah, thanks for watching. Kill, eat my asshole. Holy shit.
Chalk up another victory for the commander.
Okay. I'll do. No, goodbye. I don't wanna.
Hello, Harry Potter. You make me smile. You drive me wild.
I only got 2 hours sleep and insomnia is standard for me.
Yo, Fear and Hunger.
I would really prefer it if you would stop talking and
I'm not back yet.
I don't like seeing you here. I will go to bed now, take it easy. I still remember when you were in the Fear and Hunger Discord and called me a cheater. I hold a grudge and I don't want to see you talk. So please leave. Holy fuck, not.
I remember that. I think there's still ads. So I'm not back yet. I'm back, but I'm not back yet.
That's right. I can play on my Fire TV, tablet, and phone.
I thought I did a good job this year.
The lineup looks awesome. Yakuza Like a Dragon, Devil May Cry 5, Rainbow Six Extraction. I can play.
I thought I did a good job this year.
So many great games. Lunar Couch, anyone?
I'm in. Feels like I'm on your couch. Let's go.
You make me smile. You drive me wild. You rock my
I'm just pressing buttons randomly and I'm getting it right, and people are gonna think that I'm like, Vinny, why are you broadcasting this into my living room? I'm not specifically broadcasting it to you.
Her little smile tells me she knows I care. I love to listen when she plays her song. She can strum so sweetly all day long. Ukulele girl, you make me smile. Ukulele girl, you drive me wild. Ukulele girl, you rock my world. I saw her sitting on the beach alone, playing songs about her island home. I moved in closer so that I could hear.
Hello. Okay, that was 3 minutes. Whew. Okay, I can continue to talk about Black Mirror again, right? Because ads are done. They're gonna be draining Lake? Oh, why? Are they gonna make like a strip mall or something? Yeah, brother, we're gonna be making a strip mall. It's gonna be selling oil. Okay, so Black Mirror, episode 3. I googled the names of the characters. So it's David and Cliff. David and Cliff. Cliff is played by Aaron Paul. Yeah. So David and Cliff, they're these two astronauts in alternative 1970. And they are aboard this space vessel up in space. And their job is to very much survey Earth and make sure nothing goes wrong. And they'd stay up there for like 6 years. Clean slate. The heck does that even mean? That sounds like a bad way of saying we want to get rid of wildlife. So yeah, David and Cliff. They're these two astronauts up in space. They're tasked with surveying the area for like 6 years. And inside the space vessel, they have these beds. These beds that allow them to transmit their consciousness into these two replicas of themselves, these robot replicas of themselves down on Earth, right? So they don't go crazy. So Cliff, Aaron Paul, he's living a quiet life in the countryside with his wife and kid, out where basically no one can disturb him. And his character is very much stuck in the old traditional ways of living, right? Like he's very Cliff, Aaron Paul, right? Let's call him Aaron Paul, should I just call him Cliff? I guess Cliff or Aaron. So Cliff, he has very traditional family views where, you know, He's extremely strict to his child, his son. His son actually his son's actually scared of him because he's, you know, disciplined him a lot and all that. He's very distant from his wife and all that. Meanwhile, David, he's living a very extravagant and posh lifestyle where he's drinking wine, he's going out to movie theaters with his wife and kids, right? They're living in a mansion. Hello, Ray. Got your necklace, your mom's ashes in. Oh, well, congratulations. That sounds really nice. It sounds like a Black Mirror episode. Sorry.
I know, it's awful. However, the linked generator is weak.
I'm so sorry, that was really
destroyed, provided
bad.
you can jump
But
a few guards
congratulations.
over there and ram it.
Use X to make guards jump. Oh. So, yeah. You follow me in the plot so far, chat? Yeah. Give me a nodders if you are. Or nopers if you're not. Is there a guard up here? Yeah. So one day, David, he's kind of like the rich posh version of the guy, rich posh guy. One day, one night, in the middle of the night, his house gets invaded by these group of 5 cultist crazy people, these lunatics called Theta and like Pluto and stuff like that. And it's like, oh, interesting, they're the names of the planets and it's about space. So they get invaded by these hippie lunatics. Or his house gets invaded by these hippie lunatics. And these dudes, these guys, their religion is that they think that these robot replicas are pretty much, you know, they're unclean and they're alien, right? So their job is to exterminate these replicas that exist because they're like, you know, yeah, crazy cultists, right? Crazy cultists. So they invade his house. It's a 5-on-1. They end up ganging up on him and getting the upper hand. They end up cutting his arm off to show that he's in fact a replica and not human. So they cut off his arm and he's bleeding like robot blood, right? And this shock ends up sending his consciousness back to his real body in space. So he wakes up in space and he starts freaking out. And he immediately goes back and jacks in his mind. So they had these dog tags that let them jack into these robot bodies, right? So he immediately goes back and he's tied up. He's like hog-tied on the couch and his wife and kids are in the living room. And the wife is like screaming and crying. She's just like, you know, don't kill the children because the children aren't robots, right? The wife and the children, they're all real humans. It's only David that's a robot. And then the cultist dude is just like, oh, sorry, we can't have that, ma'am. They're also tainted, right? They're also tainted people and they all must die. So, yeah, so David and his entire family end up getting murdered by these cultist people. And Aaron Paul's character, he reads the newspaper, and the cultist people just turned themselves in. They literally just went to kill his family, and then they just turned themselves in. So now David, right? David, the guys whose entire family got genocided and killed, right? He's alone. He doesn't have the ability to go back down to Earth. So he's alone up there in space now for 6 years, or rather, he's alone up there for 3 or 4 more years. Meanwhile, Aaron Paul, right? He can still go back down to Earth, right? With his robot body. So David, this whole, you know, family being murdered and stuff, ends up, you know, changing him. He ends up being more cold and distant. He ends up getting all gross and disheveled, right? He ends up, you know, growing a beard out. getting all stinky and stuff like that. So then Cliff, aka Aaron Paul, right? His wife has a suggestion, right? Aaron Paul's wife has a suggestion of, hey, why don't you let him use your body? Why don't you let David, the dude, right, the husband, why don't you use his body? Why don't you let him use your body for like a day? You know, a couple hours a day, maybe like 1 hour a week, just so he can come back down to earth and, you know, have a breather, have some fresh air and all that, right? So Aaron Paul is just like, oh yeah, sure, why not? You know, sounds like a good idea. So Aaron Paul, he pitches this idea to David, right? Back on board the spaceship. And David's just like, you know what? I like that very much. Yes. I like that very much. So David, who's now inside Aaron Paul's like robot body, right? Oh, I gotta wait. Just gonna wait on.
The Guru has agreed to join our team, provided we can rid his homeland of the Dingo Miners and deal with the Mask of Dark Earth. A tall order, but we're up for it. First, we'll enlist the aid of some local wildlife to help thin out the miners' ranks. Murray will feed our foes to a local giant crocodile. With some luck, he'll take a liking to the taste of miners and chow down on them left and right. Second, we'll hit these guys where they live, or at least relax. If we can clear them out of this lemonade bar, it'll be a crippling blow to their morale. They'll be begging to go home. And finally, Sly will use some mining equipment to drill for radioactive oil deep beneath the dried lake bed. Trust me, it's the key to getting rid of the Mask of Dark Earth.
Yeah. So Aaron's Paul, right? Aaron's Paul. So Cliff, right? Cliff's wife, like I said, has a idea of, why don't you let David use your body, right? So let David transfer his consciousness into your body, to your robot body, because there's no way of them to build another replica, because they need your human source body down on Earth to do that. But David's body, his human body, is up there in space. So you can kind of see where it's going, right? So David, he goes back down on Earth using Aaron Paul's body. And, you know, it's a little bit awkward because, you know, your wife and all that. And he ends up, you know, they end up going to walk through the forest and all that. And then he ends up crying because, you know.
You ready to head out for the oil fields? Should be right through this cave.
Because of things that have happened,
yeah.
right?
Bentley said there'd be heavy machinery and destruction going down.
Sounds like your thing.
Y-E-S, yeah.
We're going after some radioactive oil, right?
I don't know. I can never pay attention during those slideshows. Don't tell Bentley.
Wouldn't dream of it.
So David, he goes back up on space and he goes to Cliff and he's like, you know, thank you very much for letting me, you know, use your body to go back down there and, you know, experience life for the first time. Well, not first time, but you know what I mean, right?
These power stations while Murray gets all 6 oil wells flowing. Use this Super Claw 10,000 to deal with any miners that might show up. Use the left analog stick to move the claw around. The X button will pick up and release items. Before you're spotted, why don't you pick up that rock and drop it in the pit?
This is easy.
You do seem quite adept. The other important feature on the 10,000 model is the throwing action. Just pick up an item and press the circle button to throw them. You could throw things quite a ways. Go ahead and hit that electric fence with one of those rocks.
I think I've got the hang of it.
Nice shot. Let's see you do it again.
Face it, Bentley. I'm a natural.
Hope you're right, cause it looks like the miners are onto us. Defend the power stations by using everything and anything in the oil field. This electric fence should come in especially handy for dispatching guards. Here they come!
Oh, okay.
Sizzle that miner! I got one well flowing. 2 more to go.
Yeah, so David, he goes back to space, right? Back to his human body, and he thanks Cliff. He's like, "Thank you for letting me use your body." And David immediately goes and draws what he sees on this very large, like, A3 canvas, because he's also a very good artist, right? And meanwhile, back on Earth, Aaron Paul and his wife is just like, you know, "Oh yeah, how's he?" And they're just like, "Oh yeah, she was okay. He was okay. He really appreciated what you did." And then they decide to set up this, like, art station, this paint station, right? Like, paint station with his old vinyl player, because that's what David really likes, right? To try and make him more at ease, right? So David's just like, he really wants to try painting, because he hasn't painted in a really long while. He's just like, "Hey, can I use your body to make this art project where I can do a painting for you, essentially, right?"
Grab Murray and get going. Those guards will be out attacking the next set of well power stations any minute now. Okay, Sly, it's safe to let Murray go now.
Check out these guns! That pumping has got me pumped!
Yeah, so Dave's just like, "Hey, can I, do you mind if I use your body to paint you a very beautiful, like, A3 painting, right?" Okay, have fun making food, man. So once a week, David uses Aaron Paul's body to do some painting, right? Continue his paint project. But, right? David ends up getting the hots for Aaron Paul's wife, right? And he ends up drawing portraits of her. Unbeknownst to Aaron Paul's character, David ends up drawing nudie pictures of his wife back up in space.
He's not getting up.
And then as the show continues, David, while he's in Aaron Paul's body, ends up trying to Riz, right? You know the Riz? Tries to Riz up Aaron Paul's wife and tries to make sexual advances towards her, right? And at the beginning, she almost succumbs to it, but then snaps out of it, right? And then you can imagine that back aboard the spaceship, Aaron Paul, right? He ends up finding these drawings of his naked wife, right? That David's been doing.
Where we light the crude oil on
Yes! Let's head to the next oil field.
And then back aboard the spaceship, they end up fighting and arguing, right? And Aaron Paul is just like, "I'm not letting you use my body anymore. You stay away from my wife." And then David's just like, "You don't understand what it's like, man. You don't understand what it's like to lose everything. Like, you have everything and you don't appreciate it, right?"
started attacking the power stations at the next set. Let's get that oil burning. Slide, drop a flint rock on the end of that long plank. Hurry, you'll then jump on the end and catapult the rock to the oil wells. The sparks on impact should start a fire. Here it comes!
So David, he's just like, "Yo, man, I'm so sorry about what I did. You know, I acted out of line. Do you mind if I use your body one more time to go back down and say my goodbyes to your wife?" Right? And Aaron Paul is just like, yeah, fat chance, buddy. She's my wife. Mine. Like, she's my property. Not yours. She's mine. And then David's just like, okay. Okay. So I missed out one part. Aaron Paul, up on board the spaceship, right? Aaron Paul's job is to go out into space to monitor the little vessel that they're on. And David, his job is to stay inside, right? And every time Aaron Paul needs to go out and check out the space vessel, he needs to strip down and remove his dog tag that has the thing that lets them transport their consciousness into the bodies, right? Back in Earth, right? So that's kind of like the whole shtick that they got going on. David stays inside the space shuttle, and Aaron Paul goes out the space shuttle to check on the vessel that they're on, right? So after this giant fight breaks out, David, he's up aboard in the space vessel. Aaron Paul, he's down on Earth, right? And Aaron Paul, while he's down on Earth, his watch. So they wear a watch that goes off when there's like an emergency that they need to check on, right? Back aboard the space vessel. So back down on Earth, Aaron Paul's watch goes off. And he's like, oh shit, I need to go back and check what's up. So he goes back aboard the spaceship. And they're just like, oh yeah, routine check, you know, there's a problem that needs to be investigated, right?
Murray creates a hurtling missile of flaming destructive gas.
So you see where this is going, right, chat? See where it's going. So Aaron Paul, he strips down, he removes his dog tag that lets him transfer his consciousness, right, into the royal body. He gives it to David, as per regular procedure, right? And he goes outside the spaceship to check on the vessel. And obviously, there's nothing wrong with the vessel. And David put out a fake distress signal.
Flaming gnarly death from above. Yeah.
So Aaron Paul, he's outside the space vessel, right? And David's inside. And Aaron Paul, he goes out to check on it. And he's just like, David, yo, nothing's wrong with the space vessel. What's up? And then David's not responding. Right? He's not responding, right? And Aaron Paul's like locked outside the space vessel. Like, David, where are you, David? And that's when you think the episode ended, right? Because you know what's going on, right? You think that's where the episode ended. But there's a twist, actually. David ends up opening the entrance back to the space vessel, right?
The pressure differential should draw the deep uranium-enriched glowing oil to the surface. We'll need to be extremely careful in retrieving a small sample.
Fly, look at me! I'm glowing! Woo!
Murray's gonna die from radiation poisoning. So David opens up the latch to let Aaron Paul back in the spaceship. And then Aaron Paul's just like, nothing's wrong, man. Like, nothing's wrong with the space vessel. Right? And then Aaron's just like, where's my dog tag? Like, where's my dog tag? Right? Then David, he reaches into his pocket and pulls out Aaron Paul's dog tag. And he's looking all like dead. And Aaron Paul's just like, what did you do? Like, what did you do? He's like, oh shit, what happened? He's like, oh no. It's like, oh no. So Aaron Paul, he immediately rushes back to the bed and transfers his consciousness back to his body down on Earth. And he wakes up in his house. And his hands and like body is like covered in blood. He's like, oh shit. So he starts going downstairs and there's like blood and stuff on the walls and everywhere. And he goes down to the kitchen of where his wife and kids are. And it doesn't show it, but there's like just a huge pool of blood of where they are. So he goes back aboard the spaceship. And David, he's just sitting on a chair next to a table. And he just stares at Aaron Paul. Aaron Paul's just like crying, right? Aaron Paul's looking at him and he's in tears. And David, he's just staring at him, sitting in his chair. Right? And then David looks to the side and he kicks another chair out. He's just like, have a seat, you know? He doesn't say it, but he's like, have a seat. And that's where it ends. That's how the episode ends. Holy shit. It's kind of obvious where it was going. Like, the first 15 minutes, you kind of already guess what's happening. What's gonna happen. But it was pretty good. Yeah, now you know what it's like to lose everything. So you think, right? You think the episode would have ended? This is what I thought as well. That's what a lot of people thought as well. A lot of people thought that David would just lock Aaron Paul out in space, right? And that's it. That's the end of the episode. David would take over Aaron Paul's body, right? Take over his life, and Aaron Paul would just be locked down in space, right? You think that's where it ended, but no. So it's kind of subverting a little bit, I guess, maybe. Yeah, so now there's two bros up aboard a space vessel for the next 4 years, alone, and all their families are dead. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good one, I'd say. Right? Pretty decent. But they weren't sure how to make it different. Yeah. Yeah, the whole body switch thing, they reuse that shtick a lot. It was okay. Oh, hello, Retro Runs. I don't even know if you're still here, but hello. That was pretty good, right, chat? Yeah. Not a pretty good episode. Pretty solid. Vanity, hello. I'm talking about Black Mirror. I feel like I'm missing one episode from my head. I'm counting the episodes and I think I'm missing one. There's 6 and I can only recall 5. I don't know which one I'm missing. Episode 4? Episode 4 was the paparazzi one, right? Omax? Was it the paparazzi one? Episode 4 I think was the weakest one by far. It was just, I didn't like it. But I thought the Aaron Paul one, and David, that was the only 5. Oh, I'm just stupid then. I thought the Aaron Paul and David space one, I thought it would be something along the lines of, you know, like a meteor or asteroid was heading towards Earth and they had to stop it or something. But no, it ended up just being an episode about, like, I guess a love triangle and, you know, family values and stuff like that. Okay, episode 4 I think was the least favorite one. You could argue that it wasn't Black Mirror at all and it was kind of more like Stranger Things or something.
Alright boys, look tough and get angry. It's time to intimidate the locals.
I'm not
no
sure
happy
I
face.
can do it. How do you guys get angry?
Find the match deep inside yourself.
So episode 4?
And let the fire burn up your guts and boil your blood.
Yeah, I pretty much do the same thing. Look, our goal is to drive away these miners, and we'll do whatever it takes.
This town ain't big enough for two of us.
Listen up, dirtbags. Time to clear out. From now on, this
Yeah, I'll
bar
get to
is
the last
Cooper
episode.
Gang turf.
Last episode definitely was,
But
I felt
you
like,
ain't got
better
no
executed.
respect with us. We here are known around these parts for our drinking skills. And this just happens to be a lemonade bar.
Sly, I'm not sure this is such a good idea.
If a lemonade drinking challenge is what you had in mind, then the 3 of us will take on the best 3 lemonade drinkers you got.
Fair dinkum. Losers have to clear out.
Ready, steady, go!
Oh. Press that in any order to drink?
Bring it down.
I'm the expert at mashing buttons.
Steady on.
Steady.
You literally have to mash buttons.
Full on.
I mash my buttons faster than anyone else, if you know what I mean.
I'm back. Remember to breathe. Gonzo, bugger. Attaboy. Be one with the drink. You are the lemonade.
Going strong.
Easy.
We win.
That's cheating. Why, the turtle spilled more than he drank. Round here, there's only one thing we do with cheaters. Get on the bench, Bruce. It's time we gave these cheaters a beating.
Oh. The bar fight now. Holy moly.
This is tense. Sly, you okay?
Right as
We're
rain,
banding. Alright, so episode 4. How do you cheat? Piss.
Good one, Sly.
Sly, you're on fire.
Episode 4, right? Episode 4 called Black Mirror, Season 6.
They just keep coming. You holding up, Murray?
Feeling strong. Behold.
My game crashed. Behold. I think my game froze. Okay, well, next game. GG go next, I guess. We need an autosave. Okay, so episode 4 of Crash Team, is that free or do you have to spend money? And it's on PS4, right, or something? I don't have my PS4 hooked up. So, yeah, Black Mirror episode 4 is about a paparazzi lady, right? The idea of episode 4 is about paparazzi, right? So episode 4 starts off with the main character, lady. She's parked inside her car. She's camped outside a hotel room, right? And she ends up taking pictures of this famous guy that is doing the Glock Glock with a guy, right? Because this famous guy walks out of this hotel room with another guy. And this is back in the 80s or 70s, right? Where, you know, I guess homosexuality is frowned upon, right? So she's a paparazzi and she takes pictures of this guy. And the guy finds out. And he's just like, lady, I'll pay you $500 for the photos. And then she's just like, no. And then she drives off. It's console only. Oh. That's unfortunate. So anyway, yeah. The lady, she ends up selling the pictures to her boss, right? And he ends up buying the pictures for like $300 each or something. And then later on in the news, the same guy that she took pictures of ends up killing himself. I have to do that again. And then she and all of her other paparazzi friends, right, or air quotes friends, are just like, they're waiting outside a popular place where this other lady will arrive. And they're just like, you know, make fun of the news and all that about the guy. being like, you know, oh, if you don't want to, you know, if you can't stand the heat, go out of the kitchen, right? And then a famous lady comes out of a limo, and they end up, you know, snapping pictures of them and all that, like snap, 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 you know what paparazzis do, right? And then it cuts to an actress on the set of a show. She's on the set of filming a show, right? And then she goes back to her hotel room. She ends up having a bit too much to drink, right? She ends up having a bit too much to drink. And she ends up going drunk driving. This favorite celebrity lady. She ends up going drunk driving. And while she's driving, she ends up hitting someone. She ends up running over someone.
How do you guys get angry?
And she starts freaking out.
Deep inside yourself. Light it.
Right?
And let the fire burn up your
And
guts
she
and boil
exits
your
her car
blood.
and goes to check on the thing that she hit or ran over.
Look,
You don't see what it is, and it cuts off to the main lady, the paparazzi lady, right? And there's news on the TV shows of the actress lady basically going MIA. She's missing. She hasn't been on set, or she's been fired, right? She's like getting drunk and all that. She lost her job, no one's seen her. But there's a bounty on her. There's like a...
From now on, this bar is
not $1 million, but there's pretty much like $1 million bounty on her to the first person that takes a picture of her, because no one has seen this celebrity girl in ages, right? This is like a $1 million bounty to the person that can take a picture of her.
Sly, I'm not sure this is such a good idea.
So the main character, she's retired from the whole paparazzi thing because she was feeling bad about it. But this whole $1 million thing, you know, kind of brought her back to the scene, right? So her friend is also a paparazzi guy. He's just like, yo, you got any leads on where this celebrity person is? And then she's just like, no.
Steady on. Yeah.
And then it cuts back, it cuts to a shot of the celebrity girl, and she's looking disheveled and disgusting, and she's talking to this psychiatrist, or rather this, in air quotes, psychiatrist slash doctor guy. And he's just like, I think you should go to a very private and secluded place. And he's rented out this like cabin, right? This doctor guy has rented out this cabin out in the woods where no one can disturb her. And she's just like, will I feel better? Will I get better? And he's just like, it's all about making it through the night and the next. And stuff like that, right? It's like, okay, nothing wrong with that.
It's time we gave these cheaters a beat.
So the main character, right? The main character, the main lady character of the story. She ends up getting some leads, finding out where this girl is, where this whole therapy session took place. So she ends up following them in a car. She follows them to this diner.
Sly, you okay?
And the waiter at the diner is just like, oh, actually no, before that, right? Before that. So the main lady, she follows the lady, the main lady follows the celebrity lady to this diner, and the celebrity lady's bodyguards ends up, you know, slashing the main character's tires because they know that she's following them. But the main character, she's just like, she's very angry and disgruntled. She decides to go to this 24-hour diner that they parked at, and the waiter is just like, yo, what's the long face? And then the waiter is just like, oh, I've heard news of this person that rented out this nearby like hospice area, but it's like completely isolated and secluded away from everyone else. And then the main character is just like, oh, wait, that sounds like that's where the celebrity lady's gonna go to.
Give it to him, pal.
So the main character, she ends up calling her friend, right? Because he has a motorcycle and all that. And they follow them to this hospice or this institution of where the celebrity's staying at, right? But the gate's locked. There's a password on the gate, right? And they notice a car approaching them. But it happens to be these two other paparazzi dudes that they know. And they just like, they hit a tracker on one of the guy's bike, right? So they follow them there. Because, you know, they all want a slice of that money.
Nice work, big guy.
So they're snooping out the area. It's nighttime. And they find the doctor that the celebrity lady went to.
The Cooper gang rules the roost. We're the kings of the hill. The totally maxed out heavyweight champions.
Those guys won't be coming back here anytime soon.
Guys, looks like they saved their big guy for last.
He's wearing that freaky bad spirit mask. He must be so jacked.
We
So
can work
jacked.
together to take this guy down. That mask has a powerful force in it.
So you guys still follow me? Following me with the story so far? Wait, did Bentley and Murray stun him before attacking? Okay. Okay.
Lead him over my bob and I'll pull the trigger.
Do the thing. Hello? Oh, Bentley, lead him over. I'm leading him over to you. You're not doing anything.
Lead him over my bob and I'll pull the trigger.
Lead him over my log? What? What?
Get him while he's dazed.
Oh, right. You win, so you're not following.
I'll try to knock him out.
That's okay, because this episode's kind of the weakest, I think. All we need to know is paparazzi. Paparazzi takes picture of celebrities. Celebrity ends up being drunk. She ends up running over someone. The celebrity ends up going into hiding. She secludes herself into this cabin out in the woods, right? So the main character and her gang, they end up finding this girl because there's a bounty. There's like $1 million bounty wherever it takes a picture of the celebrity, right? So the gang, they end up approaching the cabin where this celebrity girl is being locked up, and they break into her hut, and she's chained to the bed. Okay, so that's the juicy part, right, chat? But this celebrity girl, she's chained to the bed, and she's also chained to the floor as well. Her arms chained to the bed, and the bed's like chained to the floor. And you're like, what the hell? What's going on here? And obviously, paparazzi, right? The gang, they end up spamming their cameras, right? Taking flash photography of this poor girl, like non-stop. There's epilepsy warning as well for the episode. So the main character, right? She feels so bad for the celebrity. She ends up helping her. Ends up trying to get her out of these chains, right? And meanwhile, the three guys that are with her, they're just snapping away, taking pictures of her left and right? And this celebrity lady, she's like freaking like sweating. She's dying on this bed, and she's just like, get away! And And you're like, okay, interesting so far. Okay, this is where it gets kind of silly, chat. You know what happens next? Hold on, I'll finish this part.
Ready with a barrel.
This is where it gets kind of silly. I'll say. What? He's not stunned. Well, Murray, what are you doing? He's not stunned, man.
Lead him over my bomb and I'll pull the trigger. Get him while he's dazed.
So this girl, yeah, this celebrity girl, she's chained up to the bedroom. The main character tries to free her. Her 3 other friends are busy snapping pics of her, like snap, 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 right? And the celebrity girl's just like, no, get away, it's not safe here, right? And this is when it gets really silly and ridiculous. It pans to a shot of the sky, and the moon comes out. And you know what happens in films and shows when a moon shows up and it's nighttime? The moon comes out, and the celebrity lady, she turns into a werewolf.
Bob's down.
She turns into this kind of very poorly made CGI werewolf. And then she ends up killing one of the guys because he's too busy taking more pictures of her, right? While she's a werewolf. And then the main character lady and her friend, they end up bolting out of there first. So one person dies. Second person dies because he's too fat.
Bob's in position.
So they had to like dig underneath the entranceway to crawl in. And the second guy, he's too fat, and he ends up getting stuck, right? And the main character, his friend,
Finally, that guy was the mask. It's getting away?
ends up yoinking that guy's camera because, you know, there's the juicy shots are in it.
Keep making trouble for us. We need to destroy it.
I'll say yeah, Flower, yes. The annoying people died first because they were too busy trying to take pictures. So yeah, she's a werewolf. They end up chasing them into the diner where she went to at the beginning of the show, beginning of the episode, right? There's a sheriff inside the diner, just like, man, that's some mighty good chicken you got there, bud. As he rubs his stomach, right? He rubs his beer belly. He's just like, there's a proper way of making fried chicken. You don't just dunk it in there. You know, that kind of typical cop from like the 80s or 70s, right? So the main character and her friend, they end up running back to this diner, right? And they're freaking out. And the sheriff is just like, hold on there, little missy, what's the problem? And she's like, and then the main character does something silly. She ends up reaching for the sheriff's gun. And he's just like, oh, well, hold on there, little missy. And he tackles her to the ground. And the werewolf enters the diner, right? And the werewolf kills one person. There's this Giga Chad lady, right? So the wolf pounces on this lady's husband, right? And the lady, she's not scared at all. She ends up like grabbing a chair and smashing it over the wolf. Obviously that didn't do anything and that lady died, but that was still pretty Chad behavior, I think. So one by one, they all die in the diner, right? They all die in the diner. But then a dramatic shot happens where the sheriff gun, when he gets killed, he ends up shooting the gun and it kills the waiter. But the gun ends up flying near the main character's place, right? So, you know, there's the dramatic shot of the character crawling towards the gun. The werewolf sees her before she grabs the gun. The werewolf pounces on her. As soon as the werewolf's about to pounce on her, the main character lady shoots the werewolf right in the face, you know? That dramatic shot. And then the werewolf, she turns back into the celebrity lady, and she's all naked and disgusting and gross. And she's lying there, right? Celebrity lady is lying there, and she's just like, shoot me, shoot me. And the main character, what she does, she ends up giving the gun to the celebrity lady, right? And the main character takes out her camera, and the show ends by doing a long panning shot outside of the diner, and then you hear a gunshot, but you don't know. Did the celebrity lady kill herself? Did the celebrity lady shoot the main character? Is the gun sound the sound of the paparazzi lady, the main character, taking the picture of the celebrity? You know, who knows? But yeah, that's how the yeah, that's how the show ends. You can see why it's not really my favorite, right? Because I mean, the Black Mirror aspect of it was the very old-fashioned paparazzi cameras, right? Had an interesting premise, but then it turned into like Twilight. Oh yeah, you find out that the person that the celebrity lady ran over at the beginning of the episode was a werewolf, and she got infected. That's how she turned into a werewolf, but you don't see that. It's shown to you very quickly through these like fast cuts that she got infected by the werewolf, which is the person that she ran over. Now, the last episode, Chad, the last episode kind of took the high fantasy aspect of werewolves and stuff. It kind of took that idea and kind of did a better job of it.
Righteous. I'm the man for the job.
The guru will start luring miners.
So I was busy. I was busy reading like people's reactions on Reddit and stuff. Some people tried to make this like deep essay about how the celebrity lady didn't actually turn into a werewolf, and it was a metaphor. It was a metaphor of the celebrity lady, like she wasn't the werewolf at all. She was just her, but she was just high on medication. And everyone's just like, oh, that sounds pretty plausible. Oh yeah, you're right. She's not actually the werewolf. It's just it's her the entire time. But yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about that though. Oh, David. I gotta feed him, right?
Nice. You'll need to give him a taste for both types of guards. More kangaroos and more dingoes should do.
Take a bite of this. Chomp that clown in half. Chow down, Scaly.
Episode 5 kind of reminded me of like Death Note a little bit, with like the whole Ryut, right? That's his name, right? Ryut. Episode 5 definitely took the piss. I would say it definitely took the piss. Episode 5 was kind of like a dark comedy, I would say.
Hungry little fella.
Great job, Murray. Now feed the croc one last thing. A big, tasty flashlight guard. I've located one and marked him with a waypoint. Remember, you'll need to sneak up on this guy in order to grab him.
Sneak up. So episode 5 takes place in a world. It takes place in a time period where you know, racism was a huge thing, because it's about this Indian lady, and she's living in a place with a bunch of, you know, white people and stuff, right? And she suffers from like racism, especially when she's working at this clothing store, right? And her other workmate is this white lady. And obviously, you know, her boss and her work friend don't treat her well, right? Because of how it was back in the time. And basically the main character, she ends up
Sneak up on the miner with a flashlight in order to grab him.
basically the main character, right? She ends up eating in the basement of her workplace because her boss was just like, you know your Indian food that you're eating? Yeah, it's kind of stinky and smelly. Could you, you know, eat something more normal, like a sandwich or something? Because, you know, we don't like the smell. And then he's just like, oh, I know, why don't you go eat in the basement instead? So yeah, she's eating in the basement, and she ends up stumbling upon this drawer, right? And she opens the drawer, but she ends up cutting herself in the drawer, and she ends up getting blood on this this ancient tablet, this small tablet. She ends up getting blood on this small tablet, right? And she ends up taking it home with her. And this small tablet ends up talking to her, and it's this very funny, like, British man. Oh. Hold on, I'll talk about it more after this, I guess. After the ads. Tasty.
Here comes a guard wearing the mask of Dark Earth. Let's see if all of your hard work with this croc pays off.
Crumpled.
Tarnation, that mask keeps getting away. Since when do masks get away?
Okay, it's time for the second ad break, chat. Thanks for watching it. If you do, talk about more after this. Talk more about the episode after this, I guess.
You can feel it in the air. The miners are about to pack it in. In fact, they'd probably already be long gone if it weren't for the corrupting influence of the Mask of Dark Earth. It's clear we need to destroy it. Time for Operation Moon Crash. To start things off, we'll need the Guru to take out the gyrocopter. With it gone, we'll have clear skies for Phase 2. Now, according to Aboriginal folklore, the Mask of Dark Earth is the sworn enemy of the Moon Spirit. So, given Murray's moon shape, we'll coat him in the glowing oil and have him pose as the spirit. We'll then dangle him from the crane. The mask is sure to spot his ancient foe and come running. That's when we'll strike. Murray, thunderflop off the crane and obliterate that mask. With the mask destroyed and the miners run off, the Guru will be free to join the team for the Cooper Vault job.
Okay. Time got there. But ads, I'll be right back, chat, okay? 3 minutes.
She was an orchid in her long dark hair. Her little smile tells me she knows I care. I love to listen when she plays her song, and she can strum so sweetly all day long.
Even one could never find fault with Marchosius.
Oh my god, man. Chat.
I don't care.
I just don't care.
Filling the table with humor and laughter.
You rock my world. I saw her sitting on the beach alone.
And I don't want to use mouse and key in Elden Ring, you guys. I like using mouse and key for any other game, but for Elden Ring, I do not like using mouse and key. All right, cable not disconnected. Let me not. Game suck. Game bad. Game's bad. You're allowed to get mad, bro. Fucking molding. I'm actually fucking molding. Trying to keep it cool.
Hold drive. Just.
Could she be an angel sent from up above? Maybe this is ukulele love.
You're imagining it.
You drive me wild, ukulele girl. You rock my world, ukulele girl.
I'm shook. Why is random give you such bad options? They really said we're gonna make it random. Giving his eyes on the prize. You know what this feels like. You know the fucking 3D hentai games where you have so many options to dress up like your girl character and make your sex doll the most amazing, cute anime girl on earth, and then you're like, here's the guy options.
Oh, right. Okay, so anyway, back to Black Mirror episode 5. Chat. Like I said, Black Mirror episode 5 takes place in a world in a time where there was huge racial discrimination, and the main character is a lady, Indian lady, who gets discriminated, right, by her workmates and everyone. One day she ends up eating her food in the basement. She notices a drawer. She ends up cutting herself on the drawer while she's opening it, and she gets blood on this small tablet, right? This small strange tablet that has this weird rune symbol on it. So she takes it home, and then the rune ends up talking to her. And the rune is just like, "Hello, love. Do you mind flipping me over?" He's this very nice British man.
Yet to formally join the team, but we need your help to destroy the Mask of Dark Earth. Your objective is to take out the gyrocopter while it's refueling. Glad to hear you're up to it. The bad news is the gyrocopter has a sensor that can detect your moonstone. I suspect that's how they found and trapped you earlier.
Yeah, basically accidental blood sacrifice or blood pact. And the guy's just like, "Hello, love. Would you mind flipping me over? If you want the noises stopped, just say yes, and I'll get out your hair." And then she's just like, "Yes, yes." And then out comes the devil. It's like a scorned devil. The guy's like a devil or a demon, and he's just like, oh, sorry, love. Let me turn into something more flattery. And he transforms into a popular singer that she looked at on the TV, right? And much like Death Note, only she can see him, right? So he's this demon god man. And he's just like, all right, love, you're gonna have to sacrifice 3 people. You're gonna have to kill 3 people before... You gotta kill 3 people in 3 days, otherwise the end of the world will happen, right? And she's just like, oh, this is not real, this is not real, this is not real. So he's just like, he ends up showing her what will happen if she doesn't kill 3 people. And basically it's the rapture, right? It's the end of the world, it's the apocalypse. A huge war breaks out and kills the entire world, and the entire world is like in flames, right? And then she's just like, okay, I'll do it, fine. And basically the whole episode revolves around her trying to kill 3 people, right? And this guy, he can also see people's futures and read their minds, right? And be like, oh, that guy lives until this age, he's actually a bad person, you know, and stuff like that. And basically you find out that the demon guy, he's actually a demon in training, right? And he has to pass this test, right, of her killing 3 people to let him inside this demon academy thing. Otherwise he's gonna get sent to the void in hell, right? So one night, she accidentally kills 2 people, right? So she kills 1 person, and then she kills a second person, but then accidentally kills a 3rd person, right? And she thinks it's over, but then the second person didn't count, because you can only kill people that haven't killed someone before, so you can't kill murderers. You only kill like innocents, I guess. Or people that haven't killed anyone. So the second kill didn't count. So she has to end up finding another person to kill. And as this is happening, there's like a huge political party and vote thing happening, right? And the main political guy, right? He's really trying to push for people to vote for him. And while they're trying to figure out the 3rd person to kill, well, rapist, maybe. So as they're trying to find a 3rd person to kill, oh, TH, yeah, maybe. While they're trying to find a 3rd person to kill, the guy's just like, hurry up, you gotta kill someone before midnight, otherwise it doesn't count, right? So they go back to work and they're trying to find someone to kill. And the political guy, right, walks in on their workplace, and he's just like, oh, I'm trying to get some new shoes, you know? I'm trying to look good and snazzy for my political party. So the main character, right, she and the demon guy, they're out back, and she's just like, let me see what he does. Like, is he a bad person? Show me his future, right? Show me this political guy's future. And the demon guy's like, no, I don't think that's a good idea. And she's just like, oh, if you don't show it to me, then I'm not gonna kill someone, and it'll be the end of the world, and you'll be sacrificed to the void, right? So he shows her a future of what will happen if that guy wins the political, if he becomes like president, right? And basically it becomes Hitler. He becomes Hitler. There's mass genocide of like people that aren't a certain race and all that. So she's just like, alright, screw it, I'm gonna kill him as my 3rd person. Oh, I see TH. Yeah, sometimes Twitch can be really bad, and YouTube is better because, you know, you can rewind on Twitter, you can rewind on YouTube, right? And all that. And some people say that the YouTube player works better for them than Twitch. Yeah, it said I need to kidnap someone, right? I think that's what he said. So the lady's like, alright, I'm gonna kill this political guy. That's what I need to do, right? I think. So the main character ends up following this dude in his car, and the demon guy is just like, I don't think you should do this, man. And she's just like, shut up. If you don't want it, you can leave. And then the guy leaves. The demon guy leaves. So the lady, she ends up ramming the political guy's car, and she almost ends up killing him. But she's stopped by this police detective that I forgot to mention, but it's okay. So yeah, she fails to kill the third person, and by the end of the episode, she's being interrogated. Oh, that's what I do. Okay, right, that's all you do. It's triangle. Triangle, right, I missed that. Yeah, so she's being interrogated. She's in the interrogation room, and she's relaying her story. And they're just like, alright, let me get this straight. You heard a demon telling you to kill people, and you have this ancient rune. And so she whips out the rune, and it's just a regular domino tablet, right? Oh my god. And they're just like, okay, cuckoo. And then she's like, oh god, by the time it hits midnight, it's gonna be the end of the world, right? And the guy, the demon guy, he's nowhere to be seen at all. And it gets all like tensional, that tension's pretty high. She stares at the clock, and as the clock hits midnight, nothing happens. Right? Nothing happens until they hear a loud boom outside, and a large orange light starts emitting, and the police people are like, oh, what's going on? And as they leave her alone in the room, the demon guy shows up again, and then she's like, well, I failed to kill 3 people. And then he's just like, yeah, well, you failing to kill 3 people also made me, you know, it also made me be banished to like the pits of hell, right? So it's a lose-lose situation.
Way to go, Guru! A couple more direct hits like that, and that gyrocopter will
And then the demon guy, he's just like, but there's a loophole, right? And the loophole was that he was allowed to bring someone with him to hell. So he's just like, hey lady, would you like to accompany me to hell? You know? Like, would you rather stay here on Earth and die, or accompany him to like pretty much hell? And then she's just like, she smiles and she takes out her hand. It's like, yes, I'll follow you. And then they leave the room, and then the camera pans to like what's happening outside, and basically the end of the world's happening. There's this huge missile strike. And right as the show ends, there's this huge like exploding boom, right, that goes towards the camera, and the lady and the demon guy, they walk off into the distance in the corridor. You know, the whole bad guys don't look at explosions. They do that. They slow walk towards the camera as the world is ending in the background, and that's how it ends. So you can see how that episode was very extra schlocky, right? Schlocky and very comedy. Yeah, eternal suffering, not even hell. It's like an endless void, or die on Earth. You know. So yeah, Chad, that is season 6 of Black Mirror. How'd you like that? Were my explanations good enough?
One more guard into it, and it's finished.
Obviously, the last 2 episodes I kind of truncated and missed out a lot of things, but you know, I feel like the general idea. You got the general idea, right? So yeah, please clap.
The moon spirit rises.
Everyone keep an eye out for the mask. It's sure to take the bait.
We got a situation here, fellas. Looks like Carmelita finally managed
Carmelita?
to catch up.
Drat! We can't
So-
stop the operation now. We'll just have to give her a wide berth.
She got the stanky walk.
Roger, applying wide berth.
Quit horsing around and look out for the mask. It's close. I can feel it.
Oh well, thanks TH. Yeah, I mean obviously the way that I explained the episodes made it sound less interesting, but they were definitely very interesting to watch. Might not have been as good as the earlier episodes or earlier seasons. They were still pretty entertaining.
Sly, can you see?
Can't tell from here. I'll move in.
Oh gosh, she's super Carmelita now.
Cooper. Thought I'd
Cooper.
find you here.
Carmelita, you've got a little something on your face.
It's not nice to make fun of a girl's looks.
Maybe I should smash you.
Now, that's not nice.
Yeah, true Romax. Yeah, some of the seasons.
Could use a little help. How about putting a few of your sleep darts in Carmelarja here? They will pry off the mask.
Yo, Chris, how you doing, man? Oh yeah, if you missed Tolo's stream yesterday, you never seen Psycho gameplay? Yeah, it's like Ratchet and Clank, Jack and Dexter. You know, early PS2 or maybe mid 2000s platformer, 3D platformer game, right? Yeah, Tolo stream yesterday. Don't you want a 50-foot giantess cat girl to step on you? That's all you need to know about the game that Tolo played yesterday. It's funny you mentioned the pig one, because the pig one is literally the first episode of season 1. Miley Cyrus one is kind of bad. Yeah. Did I just sleep her? Or I just sedate? Wait, is she giant now? Oh yeah, she is giant, right? Yeah, so if I had to rank season 6 episodes from...
Finally, the darts are starting
Oh, that was
to kick
easy.
in.
What's that? Just
Or
spam the
not.
thing.
The chemicals in my darts must somehow be interacting with the mask to make her even bigger.
Oh.
You're not kidding, Bentley. She's getting gigantic.
Oh, speaking
Everyone
of
head to the big
giantess.
truck. We've got to get some distance between her and us. She might shrink back down with time.
Oh. Was it on slide 2? Yeah. Oh man.
This is bad. Looks like she's picked up a ring full of dynamite. All around power to the onboard Superclaw 10,000. Use it to keep any explosives off.
If I had to rank season 6 episodes from, you know, worst to best, in my opinion, from like 5 to 1. Number 5 from like least favorite to favorite one. Number 5 definitely was that werewolf paparazzi one. I didn't really like that one. Number 4? Number 4? Probably be the Joan is Awful one. Joan is Awful. I like the starting of it, the beginning of it. The first half was pretty Black Mirror-y. I liked it. Second half ended up being kind of silly. And number 3 is kind of hard. I think number 3 would have to be the one I just told you about, the demon one, right? Because the demon one, I made it sound much worse than it was, but it was actually really entertaining, actually. It felt like they did the high fantasy thing that they tried to do in the werewolf one, and they made it better. They did a better job. And then number 2 and number 1 would either have to be Lock Henry. That one I told you about, the killer, right? The sex dungeon one. That or the Aaron Paul one.
Time to stop running and deal with the real problem. Pry off that mask of Dark Earth, and maybe we'll get back the Carmelita we all know and love.
I do not love her.
Oh,
damn based.
It's all about taking off that mask. We gotta find a way up there.
Murray and Bentley
I'm sure you
are both Giga
wanted
Chads.
to get closer to her. Can't get much closer.
Yeah, I heard Lucifer. Is Lucifer a good show? Lucifer is a good show,
Not a
right?
crazy idea.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
You got a better idea?
Yeah, but we'd need a giant fighting robot.
Sorry, I'm gonna have to go with the bootlace plan.
Is this a poll about which Black Mirror episode is your favorite one? So episode 1, Joan is Awful. It's about an AI deepfake supercomputer creating TV shows. Yeah. It's basically about a supercomputer that can use AI to create deepfakes of people. Episode 2 is about the murder documentary about the sex dungeon, right? Episode 3 is about Aaron Paul and the space astronauts. About transferring your consciousness into robots. And then sharing one body and then losing family, I guess. Episode 4 is Paparazzi and Werewolves, and episode 5 is Death Note. Yes.
In luck. Looks like each side of the mask is latched on with only one hook. Maybe if you unoff it, she'd swat you away and knock it off.
I really wish there was subtitles because I had no idea what he said. What did he say? AI Truman Show. I guess so. That. What am I doing? I couldn't even hear what Bentley said. I have to climb on her. Oh. It's Shadow of the Colossus. Shadow of the Sly Cooper. Oh, I see.
Great work, Sly. One hook to go and the mask is off.
Mask was only hanging on by one hook each side. We got up there, hopefully someone. Oh, okay, thank you. Man, you guys can pay. You guys are way better at listening than I am. Shadow of the Fur. Yeah. Okay, I think everyone liked episode 2 the best. Ayaya. This one's fantasy? Oh yeah, definitely. Chat, I have something to show you, by the way. I'm not sure. I have something that you should listen to, actually. This is episode 2, I think? Chris? So literally not far at all. So, chat. You guys remember Nikke, right? Oh, hold on off this cutscene.
Carmelita just lay there, unconscious, helpless on the desert floor. Being gentlemen, we kept watch over her throughout the night. Her camera proved to be a real source of entertainment as we took turns posing. Didn't want her to go home empty-handed. Morning broke, and we got a clear view of the landscape. It was beautiful, empty of the miners that had been digging and drilling into the sacred place. The moment was broken as Carmelita began to stir, and we prepared for another quick exit. Only this time, it wasn't just the three of us. For the first time in Cooper Gang history, we picked up a new member. And
We have a new friend.
Would never be the same.
F-R-E-N. Yeah, I have something I want to show you. Maybe not show, but listen to. So you guys remember Nikke, right? So Nikke has a beach episode right now. Yeah, there's a beach episode right now. It's summer apparently, even though it's like winter. There is a beach episode right now, or beach event, and the battle song. There's a unique song for the battle, right? There's a unique song for the battle. Now I want you guys to listen to this and tell me what this song sounds like, alright? It should sound very familiar. This might be kind of loud. What does this sound like? Yes, it sounds like Crab Rave. You know why? You know why it sounds like Crab Rave? Because it's literally called. The song is literally called Holy Crab. And the person that made this literally said that it's supposed to be a parody of Crab Rave. Yeah, it's literally Crab Rave. And what's funny about that is the enemies that they use for the beach stages are like crab enemies. Not literally crab enemies, but like enemies in the game, they like walk like crabs. Yeah, first time I heard that, I was like, wait, that's that's literally just Crab Rave. Wait, so if there's no more bottles, what do you do to get 100%? Giant enemy spider. And of course, because it's a beach episode, there's also swimsuit versions of the characters. Or challenges, huh? Right. So here is. Oh, where'd it go? Did he get? So here is the swimsuit version of the best character in the game, right? There she is. This outfit's not available yet, though. So, yeah, there's butt, of course. So the reason Roppy looks so weird here is, for some reason, during this stance in battle, right? During this stance in battle, for some reason they didn't change her face. This is her face during the beta, by the way. So this face right here is actually different from this face. It's because this is her beta face. Before the game came out, her face used to look like this, but they changed it to this. I don't know why they didn't keep it like... I don't know why they didn't keep the continuity though, because she looks really weird here. Anyway, yeah. Oh yeah, this meme. People that didn't play this event will probably have no idea where this image is from, like the original one. But you know, those of you that have played the event, yeah. Sorry, god damn.
Bentley was obsessed. Every night he'd pore over the blueprints to Dr. M's fortress, looking for a way to get into the Cooper vault. He soon came to the conclusion
Now, what you see,
there was
Giga
no
Chad?
way inside
He grew a
unless
beard.
The gang picked up a dedicated RC specialist, an expert who had mechanical and piloting skills far exceeding his own.
Earhart Babe.
After weeks of searching techie chat rooms, he finally found someone who could keep up with him intellectually.
Oh.
A gearhead genius out of Holland named Penelope.
Penelope? LOL.
She politely declined our invitation to join the team, saying she only works for the best. Apparently, her idea of the best was her
that's
boss,
Giga.
the Black Baron, a big-time dogfighting champ up there in Holland. He's so good
This looks
that
like
he even
Eggman.
set up an international competition called ACES to attract worthy.
Yeah, I remember that flower. No, I did not sign, but that's
A few days
interesting.
later, she sent us a counteroffer. If our gang could manage to beat the Black Baron at his own game, then she'd know we weren't just a pack of jokers, and therefore, worth her time.
Smile.
So,
Smiley
we got
emoji.
busy. With no time to lose, Bentley and Murray worked to put a plane together, while I got my pilot license the fastest way possible. We'd proved to this Penelope that the Cooper gang was up for the challenge, even if we were making it all up as we went along.
Booba. Seems legit. Who does Corone play? Which character? If I were to play Street Fighter 6, I'll probably play Jamie, because Jamie apparently is the worst character in the game. So if I play Jamie, I have the excuse of if I lose, it's because I'm playing the worst character in the game. And then if I win, I won with the worst character in the game. Wait, Daigo as well? Wait, she's gonna be in the same tournament as Daigo? Damn, what a... Well, actually, that's not too crazy because Daigo's been playing with like a VTuber. He's been playing with like this very popular Japanese VTuber. I forgot what her name was, but... She gets like, sometimes she's #1, on the Street Fighter 6 category. So that VTuber in question is very pretty huge. Yo, here's the bracket. Oh yeah, here's Daigo Umehara. Shaka, I don't know who Shaka is. Apparently Shaka is like a huge Japanese streamer. He gets like so many views. Yo, Kazunoko? Sick. Okay, so looks like there's a lot of different like VTubers here as well. So yeah, so we got a mix of actual professionals as well, by the way. Yeah, Umehara. Who's this? This Shuto? I forgot a VTuber name. Oh, there's Komori. Right, Kazunoko is... I haven't heard his name in ages. But he's really good as well. This is... Oh, Dogura. Yeah, so these people on the right here, they're all like professional Street Fighter players, by the way. They play this game for like ever. And here's Fudo. So yeah, these people here on the right, far right. Oh, I think Daigo is playing with this person. Karubi? Something Karubi. I think it's her. Looks like her. I think. But yeah, so it's like the team captains are people that have obviously played this game for like years professionally. And I guess they're like training. They're training these people that have never touched a fighting game. That's neat. There's a lot of upgrades. Jeez. Which upgrade do you even get? There's too many choices. Let's just not buy any. Excuse me.
If we're gonna succeed in this year's Aces competition, we'll need to learn who we're flying against.
What? They keep the flight roster a secret?
Correct. In years past, competitors would go out at night and sabotage each other's planes in preparation for the next day's dogfight.
I get it. So now they keep the lineup a secret, and no one knows who to mess with.
Precisely. Looks like you're a good pilot, but we've only got one plane, and you'll be up there against dozens of...
Oh, who's this dog lead?
You know, normally I'd make some sarcastic remark about how overwhelmed I am by your confidence in me, but those are some grim odds. And, well, you know, I'm always up for some sabotage.
Glad to hear it. Now, the roster is kept secret from the pilots, but not from the event staff.
Do we have a mole on the inside?
Our friend, Dimitri, has been hired to give color commentary during the dogfights. He'll know where the roster's hidden. Scout him out somewhere in the hotel lobby. But be careful. If you start a fight with the other pilots, we'll be kicked out of the competition.
Sure, we all play nice until tomorrow. Then we blow each other to bits at 300 feet.
Nice. Man. What is this, like, Chad walk? You know, before the whole, Russia thing, right? You guys remember the White Putin meme? It's basically what this is. Peace. When's tomorrow? Oh, is it scheduled on her YouTube? Because I know she scheduled something, but I don't know if that's it. Why is he walking like a Brazilian wax? Maybe he did, you know? Who knows? You don't know what's going down there. Walks pretty good. So we are bottle. Didn't they say we need to sabotage something? Sabotage the food. I'm a little bit hungry though. I like plane controls. I haven't played a plane game or any sort of like flight sim in like years, so I don't know. Wait, where do I go? I literally checked everything. Dimitri. What did you call me? Ah, your boy.
Dimitri. Funny seeing you here. Never pegged you as a flyboy.
Like a dance floor with
Peg.
many lights, I have many profiles. Dig, don't even try to understand the silky enigma of Dimitri.
Bentley seemed to think you might have a copy of the Aces flight lineup. That true?
And why should I talk to a 2-bit Rudy Poot crackerbox like you? Question mark in bold. Why?
Need to intimidate him a little. Use a logical
Both
argument.
know you're gonna tell me. You wouldn't have bothered showing up if you didn't want to talk. So, spill it.
I know, but to talk is like sitting on an electric chair. The Baron has eyes and ears and fists. Dimitri will be discovered, and the jig is pitched.
Guy's paranoid. Looks like I need to calm him down a little. Humble him, make him feel good, swear to keep it all secret, promise to protect him.
If you talk, me and the gang will protect you. We're all in this together. You can count on us. You know our reputation.
The Black Baron is a big wheel. He'll roll all over us. Too many men he commands. We can't stop them. Too many to count.
Come on
Compliment?
now, Dimitri. A man like you can deal with this Black Baron. You've got the best fashion sense of anyone I know.
The fashion? Style? You're right. If I cannot dress him, I can certainly outsmart him. All is told through clothes. Okay, I'll talk of
Riz.
fight lineup if you
God, Riz.
or Dimitri,
Oh, that word.
which I'll collect in a few months of time.
A favor?
There's no small time favor like, will you water my fish or feed my plant? No way, bro. This old school mafia blood pack favor, like movies, big time.
Guy's a real nut job. Not sure I want to owe him. What a rhyme.
Would a few coins maybe change your mind? I find it's a lot easier to talk when I'm rich.
Bribe money? Le bling? Cash won't help me get done what needs getting done. I need gang of thieves, not Federal Reserve.
We'll say no. It's probably yes,
No
but
dice. I'm not in the habit of racking up debts, and I don't plan on starting now.
No dice, no debt, no Aces flight lineup. The choice is yours. Take debt and take flight roster. Otherwise, take away nothing.
Okay, Dimitri. Hook me up with a flight roster, and we'll owe you one.
Done! The bargain she is struck. To find flight roster, look behind one of the tacky paintings in Black Baron's air hangar. It's hidden in
Paintings,
secret
right.
safe.
Art decryption lock, huh? I know just the guy for the job.
Stand cool. Here comes Big Cheese.
Big Cheese, Resident Evil 4.
I bid you all a most flamboyant welcome, my esteemed comrades of the skies. Welcome, welcome to another year of the Aces competition. We've got teams here from across the globe. Canada, Belgium, Ecuador, Iceland, Korea, and many, many more. Not the least of which is last year's deadly runner-up, Team Mugshot. This time we're gonna drill you jokers full of holes. Now, we all know that in years past, some teams have engaged in a little good-natured late-night hijinks.
Like when Team Canada stole Ecuador's parachutes.
Or when Team Iceland sawed the landing gear off Korea's planes.
Or when Portugal put rat poison in Team Mugshot's coffee machine.
Yes, that was all so very funny, but no more. You know the rules. No one, absolutely no one, is to leave the hotel after sunset. If my guards catch you outside, you will be beaten to within an inch of your life. No exceptions. This will be a fair competition.
Same as last year and the year before. I've got the scars to prove it.
I bid you all an exuberant and exaggerated farewell, pilots. Tonight, sleep like geese. And tomorrow, soar like eagles, eh?
You are right. Only his mustache is moving when he talks. Saves time and money on animation, I guess.
This isn't a jail, but you heard the Baron. Once outside, things will get dangerous.
Exit the hotel. Oh man, you know, you guys remember Blue Protocol?
Careful, partner. The Baron's got plenty of guards on duty, and it's a long way up to his castle on the hill.
Blue Protocol. My account got banned. Yep. I see a TH. Thanks for popping up, man. Popping by. Maybe next stream. Which will be tomorrow, by the way. Same time tomorrow. Yeah, you know how there were talks about getting IP banned? And I was like, nah, that won't happen to me. Yeah, account got banned. The reason I tried to play it again was because one person made a mod that could automatically translate the game without having to use like a third-party overlay screen scanner like what we had to use, right? It would automatically translate everything like already. And I was like, you know what? I'll try it out. But then, yeah, that happened. Okay. So, gotta wait until GG go next. Gotta wait until next year for the Western release, I guess. But I don't know. I don't know how well the game will be, or how well it's going to last. Game loop was good, is it? I mean, the only thing I did was I didn't watch, but I clicked on a video that showed like in-game raids, and it was literally the same level 15 enemy, but just level 50 version. You know? Maybe we should play Final Fantasy 14 again. Beer class in August. Okay. Well, it doesn't really matter because I can't play it anymore.
I won't be able to get inside the Baron's hangar with that drawbridge up. There should be a release lever on top of the castle somewhere. Sorry, pal, but you're the best climber we got.
But the thing about Final Fantasy 14 is that, you know how supposedly there's a free trial, right? Up to like level cap? I can't do that. All of my accounts that I've used all tell me to buy a subscription. So even if I make a new account, it's like, nah, sorry, you can't. You have to actually buy a subscription. So that's the problem with it. No, I don't think the trial's still there. I think it's still free to play at the level 60, but for some reason, I think it's because I created that account, or those accounts, back when this wasn't a thing. So, technically, I have to buy a subscription now. Also, there's this weird thing about, like, a Steam account being different from a Square Enix account or whatever. So, like,
I tell you, Christoph, the Aces pilots get better and better. We've got some real competition on our hands this year. Oh, I'm not saying it's too much for Team Black Baron. No, 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 no. We've done a fine job training. Our pilots are in tip-top condition. The best lot, without question, truly. I'm not saying this, truly. This is going to be...
But I think...
Sly! Hey, Sly!
I think I'll play a tank class.
Nope, sorry. Just us Black Baron goons.
Throw the switch and lower the drawbridge so that I can get up there.
Sorry, pal. I don't see any switch.
But there just has to be a switch. I can't get in the Baron's hangar from down here.
Hold on. I got an idea.
The thing about streaming MMO games, though, is that
it's gonna fall.
It's not very fun to watch.
Medieval, but effective. Thanks, pal.
Sure thing. See you back at the safe house.
How long did I stream Final Fantasy XIV for? The reason those streams were fun was because a lot of the chatters, right? Remember Sushi and stuff? They actually played it as well.
If Dimitri's intel is accurate, the flight roster should be locked behind one of the paintings in this hangar.
True. But this is electrocuted, right? Yeah. He's dead. Yeah, Creature was here as well. Two, 223. I think 223 is the password. Oh, it's down there in the middle.
That safe was a bust.
You know, I was supposed to make a video. A YouTube video was supposed to come out today, but I didn't make one. Yeah, I'm sorry. I failed you all. But you know what I did do though? On Sunday, wombo combo. On Sunday, I kid you not, I made 10 Germa videos on Sunday. Obviously, the reason I did 998 was because I thought it wasn't the middle one, but like the top one, because the way the camera was pointed looked like it was the top one, but no, it's the middle row.
Okay, fellas. According to the Aces flight lineup, we'll be flying against Team Iceland and Team Belgium in tomorrow's semi-final round. As you're all aware, we've only got a single plane, while our opponents will be flying 15 apiece. You got that, guys? That's 30-to-1 odds against us. In order to give us a fighting chance, we'll need to pit these two teams against each other. First, Murray and Sly will paddle through the sewers beneath town to get access to an air vent leading into Team Iceland's hotel room. Steal one of their trademark Viking helmets, then head over to Team Belgium's hangar, vandalize one of their aircraft, then plant the helmet in order to frame Team Iceland for the damage. Next, Murray and I will steal one of Team Belgium's monogram handkerchiefs. Meanwhile, the Guru will break into the Team Iceland supply truck carrying their lucky ice sculpture. Sly will steal the art and then place the handkerchief insinuating Team Belgium for the crime. Get it? We frame both teams so they'll be gunning for each other and not Sly in the semi-finals. All the while, I'll be setting up defenses around
That's 2 weeks, sign. But what I want to do is that's 2 weeks of the same VOD though. So it's not job done. I have to like also mix in different VODs in there as well, right? It can't just be 2 weeks of the same exact game in the same VOD, right? Because I feel like there needs to be some sort of variety, right? And in 2 weeks, I don't doubt that Germa's gonna be streaming like a lot of different games as well, right? But as for my main channel, I don't know, man. I think I was going to do a video on the Game Boy, right? That time when I showed you my Game Boy, right? And it was the original Pokemon game. Might be that, or it might be that time when I don't know what this title will be, but it'll be like that time when I showed you a picture of me back in 2014 and in 2012 2011. So it'll be kind of like a photo comparison, I guess, or you could call it a graphical comparison, I guess. So really, there really is no like clear goal direction with the channel, like in terms of what topics there's gonna be. I feel like it's just Life of Boris, where it's really just videos of Life of Boris, you know? It's just the videos of Boris, right? I feel like that's kind of like what's happening on my channel, right? There's no like one specific thing. It's kind of just like, yeah, Life of Ton, I suppose. Even though it's not really IRL stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah, that kind of like thing, you know? Yeah, you know.
It's en route to drop off Team Iceland's
But maybe
ice sculpture for the semifinals tomorrow. I've given the drivers some
But maybe it'll be time to make a video of a game that we actually played. You know?
Steal the sculpture and plant some evidence implicating Team Belgium.
Good thinking. Team Iceland won't be gunning for me if they think the Belgians stole their lucky hunk of ice.
That's the idea. Now the first thing to do is steal one of Team Belgium's official gold lace monogrammed handkerchiefs. Murray will head inside and get one of those stodgy Belgians laughing. They're notoriously stone-faced. Then I'll move in and steal the handkerchief.
Seems like getting inside that truck might be a good job for the Guru. He could use some of the guards' heads to bash in the back doors.
Agreed. I'll make sure he's in position.
Okay, Murray, no pressure, but you've got to find a Team Belgium pilot and get him laughing so hard that Bentley can make the pull. This is serious business, pal. Those guys are uptight. If they notice being robbed, we'll be kicked out of the Aces competition.
Infinite Fusion? Do I have timestamps for Pokemon Infinite Fusion? The first thing that was on my mind was the Croc 1 stream. Oh, excuse me. But I don't know. Let me actually look at my timestamps. My voice is dying, chat. My voice is dying. Oh, excuse me. See, do I have any? Oh man. Jeez, I've got like video ideas dating back from 2021. Now I'm looking at it. Oh, the break. Oh yeah. No, I got it. I just checked and there is, I wrote the timestamp. I got your timestamps. Thank you. Oh man, I'm really tired. Do I sound tired? Because I'm really tired now. I didn't really sleep a lot. I guess we'll finish this part and I'll stop. But I'll be right back. Oh man.
She was an orchid in her long dark hair. Her little smile tells me she knows I care. I love to listen when she plays her song, and she can strum so sweetly all day long. Ukulele girl, you make me smile. Ukulele girl, you drive me wild.
Wait, what is this guy saying?
Muchas gracias, señorita Paima, por ese increíble modelo. De verdad, muchas.
Sí. Hello, Starling. Hello, Starling.
If we follow the fire, surely we'll get to it, right? Okay, there's a... The fuck is that? What the fuck are you? Oh my god! No, 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 this is a bad time. This is a... No, 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 Hinox. No, 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 I can't see. I'm blind. I'm blind. No!
Not me. Oh yeah, you're my editor. You already have them all.
I have every single sound effect I need.
Good. Good.
John, you can stop now.
John, you can stop.
As we begin to get tired. Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. I did it, guys, because it's a bike. It has 2 tires. And it got tired. Get it?
This is not dreaming. Our professor is with us again. Welcome to the back. I mean, welcome back.
Welcome to the back. I will come to your back.
I think I wanted him to be heavy. I definitely want him to be Overlord. I think I wanted that deep area. And I want to be Terran Rebel. Less health, more damage. Yeah. Isn't that what I said? Overload? Overload? Do you want me to say Overlord?
I heard screaming. I heard screaming. I don't know where it's from though. Oh man. I'm exhausted. Was it Willow or was it the game that he was playing? Will Smith. I can't picture me screaming at anything on stream. You know what I mean by screaming? Maybe if I get the mood talk, I will. I don't think you guys can't picture me screaming, right?
Hello, Belgium Flyer. Do you like comedy? I think
That's
it's
the
time
joke.
for Mr. Salty Pants to crack a smile. What do you say?
Ball gag Mike. When is that coming out? Political humor.
Why did the chicken cross the road to France? Because it wasn't turkey. And you see, the chicken's not a turkey or a
Ah.
turkey. It's a chicken,
Oh.
a French hen.
Oh. Maybe historical humor.
Genghis Khan's favorite meal. The brains of his enemy. Get it? I mean, it's more weird and gross than funny, but I mean, you gotta admit, it's pretty weird.
Yeah. Text-to-speech. Remember the time I used text-to-speech for my voice? God, that was pretty funny, but it was also really awful because there was such a huge delay of everything. How about an impression?
Baron, he's always, I love flying. Don't go outside. Listen to me. I'm so smart. I'm the boss. My mustache is so macho. That's pretty lame, huh?
True, bestie. What about intellectual humor?
Heads or tails of this coin. Get it? It's totally funny because, like, when you flip a coin, it comes out either heads or tails. Come on, man, that's comic gold.
Physical
Ever
humor.
see someone put their fist down their throat?
I think that's
I need help. Hey!
I think that's someone's fetish. Me when I laugh.
Okay, Bentley, it's go time. Make the pull while the Belgian's laughing, or he's sure to feel you fishing for the handkerchief.
Hey, thief!
What? Oh, only when he's laughing.
Make the pull while he's laughing and he won't feel a thing.
I have the heater on a second. Like how no one sees us doing this.
Nice work. Meet me outside with the goods. It's up to the guru now. Bentley's en route to me with the monogrammed handkerchief, but we'll never be able to swipe the ice sculpture unless we can get into that armored truck. I agree. The back door should
I
be a
got
sweet
you signed. Interesting.
Yeah, I'm sure the guards around here won't mind too much if you break the door down with their heads. Bentley set up a waypoint on the truck. Should be handy. The thing's moving pretty fast.
Oh god, I'm so hungry. Shit, I'm really hungry. I really am. But what do I feel like? I don't know. This snack? I feel like I might as well just end the stream.
It's a good start, but the truck just powered up its automated defenses. You'll have to pay attention on your next approach. Could get sticky.
Can we do one stream of Fear and Hunger? Overwatch, I mean, yeah, I guess. The thing about Overwatch is, it makes me angry, but it also makes me tired afterwards. So I guess it's a pretty good sleep aid. Hey. The new character. Wait, a new character in what? New character in Overwatch? Oh, new Sly Cooper. He's a man of few words. And I get it because he, you know, you get it because you know, he talks and you can't translate what he says. You know what I mean. You get it? You know Gemin? It's not actually pronounced Gemin. It's like Jimin. I actually looked at a YouTube video yesterday and it's actually pronounced like that. If you translate the Hangul, right, phonetically, it's not Gemin. Like Pak Jimin. Okay, do you think if I tried really hard and I had the patience of Tolomeo and the drive of an elephant, do you think I could beat Fear and Hunger? Yes. Thanks for believing in me. Let me whip out the Wikipedia scrapbook. What is Fear and Hunger? That's what happens after you stream for 3 hours and you don't eat anything. That's what happens.
Okay, Sly, your turn. You'll have to sprint hard to catch up, but jumping inside through the roof should be easy.
3 hours and 2 hours of non-stop talking about Black Mirror. But if you don't know what Fear and Hunger is, it's a very dark and grim and very difficult RPG Maker turn-based game. It is not afraid to show like straight up really gross things, right? Like decapitations and legs being cut off, arms being cut off, sex, you know, stuff like that. And dongers and boobas hanging out and very grotesque monstrosities, you know, stuff like that. But it's a very hard and unforgiving game. Probably right up your alley, man, if you like playing Kaizo Ironmon. Kind of sucked me into the van. Thank God.
You don't have much time.
What? You clip your own streams? Well, like an actual streamer? I just rely on people clipping it for me. Have you made any inventions that involve torturing Koroks? Not big titty streamer enough to have others clip for you. You stuffing. Oh, I got you. You know, that's like a professional way of doing it. But I do not have such professional stuff in my stream. Not at all. So chat, please do my job for me, okay? It's a group effort. What do you get? You get potential new friends and viewers to make friends with. You know? I get potential dopes. Oh no, I mean nice people to potentially make money from, and you guys get new people to talk to, you know what I mean?
Looks like hard-partying Team Iceland has already gone to sleep. Time to borrow one of their Viking helmets.
Why do you need me? Just have Sly pick the lock to the door and steal the thing.
This is a delicate business. We're trying to frame Team Iceland for a crime they haven't committed. If there's any evidence of their
The more parasocial, the better.
might believe that they're innocent.
Man, you've gotten devious over the years. So, how are we supposed to get inside?
There are some sewer pipes beneath town that should connect up with the ventilation system of the hotel. Sly scrounged a raft for the trip, but be careful. Other pilots have caused trouble down there in the past, and the Baron is sure to have set up some security.
I get to row a boat? Nautical!
20,000 points. Can you clip more? Hold on, let me see. Where are you? How? Yeah, I can do that. But how? Where are you on the leaderboards?
Murray, use the left analog stick to
You're nowhere near close to it. Okay. Yeah, I can do that.
forward and the square button to row backwards.
Add point didn't mount. Was add point then add, is it add points? I think it's add points, not add point. Sound alerts is how did sound alerts get that many points? Bribery? Listen, he offered, okay? What the heck? Now you have to hold up your end of the bargain, okay? If you don't, then I'm gonna remove 25,000, alright? You're gonna be 5,000 points less richer. Oh, Nicole. Is that Nicole? Hello. How's your stream? Oh my god, do you have to actually mash the X button? Oh my god. How's your art commissions going along? Oh, you still live? Wait, slacking off during work? Test. Ow. No, it's okay. Wow, this would have been so much better if you can just hold the button and still mashing it. You have to actually mash the X button. You know, chat, I was going to change Anna's hair color, by the way. Because you know how we talked about having a... Oh, you ended the stream. Okay, I got you. You know how we talked about... Oh, no, we talked about... You know how we had the red fade at the bottom because of Undawn? You remember that? I tried doing it, and it worked out okay, but for some reason, I was going to show it to you with this model, but for some reason Unity is broken and it's not letting me export the model with the hair color change. I don't know what's wrong. I tried fixing it and it didn't work, so I have no idea. The thing is, I literally don't know what the problem is, because the error message is, it's literally just a blank box when I try to export it.
Hey, Lars, you got the keys to the room?
Yeah, hold on. Mother, don't you have them?
Nice work.
Yeah, it sucks.
Back to Murray and the rap.
I can show it to you like in Unity, but I just can't export it.
Just bang on the door.
She kind of looks like a Ruby character.
Fine.
If it worked,
We'll just go down to the front desk and ask for a spare. You can forget
if it
about me
worked,
being
then
your
she would
wingman
look like a
tomorrow.
Ruby character. You know that character in Ruby called like Neapolitan or something? The name of the ice cream? I think she had like what? Multicolored hair, right? But it does look like we're stuck with this for a while. Yeah, I know, it's sad. Very sad. Maybe I just need to turn it on and off again. I was thinking about...
Sorry, pal. The valve gates changed position. We need to escape through another tunnel. But fear not. The Murray has an unnatural sense of direction.
I was thinking about Anastasia's like outfit and color, right? And I was thinking about changing the color of her like outfit, you know? Because I was like, okay, if she's gonna have like red fade, right? Then I felt like adding more like more gold or something, right? More gold and whites. But I don't know how to. Yeah, too much red and black. So I wanted to like, if the hair color worked, then I wanted to add like some more, yeah, white and gold or somewhere. I don't know where though. Like, where do I add it? Maybe if she had like a white or gold like blazer, maybe, or suit, or coat. Keeping short hair, for now, yeah. For now, I'm liking it. I can't really find any more long hair that looks good, right?
Nice job. You really showed some finesse with those oars.
The Murray is, and always has been, finesse.
Yeah. You good to plant this helmet on the Belgian plane?
Can do, pal. Can do with
Here's the thing though. There's probably some bitter color theorists out there in chat right now, but if I were to change the color of her outfit right now, if I were to change the color of the red and black vest, like white and gold, right? Which would be white and which would be gold? Would the red shirt be gold and the vest be white? Or would the vest be gold and the shirt be white? Black and blue or yellow and... yeah, like that. Like that meme, yeah, sure. I do feel like she's missing a dope ass blazer though, I think. I think that's what this outfit is missing. You know what I mean? But none of the blazers look nice that I can find. Basically, I feel like Live 2D would just make it look better. The gold vest, I mean, the color scheme's nice, yeah, but I just felt like I could use it a little bit more, you know what I mean? I feel like red and black is such a stock standard color scheme that's like overused, right? Maybe I'll put in some, I don't know, green. Now she's a Christmas tree. Duel me? Or 6969? Winner is me!
That's Belgium's prize plane strung up from the ceiling. It's held in place by these anchors. Destroy them and the plane should come crashing down.
Seems like these lasers might roast my hulking bulk.
True. You'll have to compact yourself using your ball move to travel safely beneath the laser grid.
Check!
You'll need to
I'll give you another chance.
ball attack to take out the anchors. Go into ball form and quickly tap the square button to build up force. Then strike.
Oh, well, there you go. Now none of us won or lost anything. Now it's boring because none of us won or lost anything. Just quickly press square in ball mode for charged attacks. What? What? What does that mean? Ball form? Pushing square and ball form doesn't do anything. Oh, this thing? Oh. Huh? Oh, those things. Oh, okay. So finicky. Yo, I'm ranked 19. How am I ranked 19? I mean, 18. No, 19. Yeah, how am I ranked 19?
Halfway there. That plane looks ready to fall. Just one more left. Excellent work. Plant the Viking helmet and the Belgians are sure to blaze.
That's what happens when you don't gamba. You don't do anything. You just farm points. I have infinite points. You're right, actually. You're not wrong. Oh man. Oh, well there you go, back down to rank whatever 2,800 on. Back to the lab. Who's rank 1? Let's see. Is it time? No points. How sad. Wow, how sad. Don't patronize me with that tone. I could have given it to you. No, that's... No, we can't play favoritism here. I'm sorry. Oh man. I walked so you could run, okay? Sound lift is 5. Holy shit, it's already 5 p.m.? How's it already 5 p.m.? Whoa, what's up with this camera? Sit sound lift to 0 points. Here, I'll do something better. Let's see. There we go. So now there you go. There's an on bot. No, I will, okay, someone duel me for all their points. I'll duel all the points. Wait, does who? Oh wait, that doesn't work. That won't work because not a lot of people. Only the top 4 people can do that actually. Okay, that doesn't make any sense. Wait. Ah. My points. Okay, all. You can actually do all. Okay. Oh. My point. Okay, no one duel me anymore. Okay, this is some rigged. This is rigged stuff. Wow. Oh, the big one. The big one.
Murray, I've been working to get our hangar security devices online, and they're almost operational. Unfortunately, my internet pal Penelope heard a rumor that a rival air team might be stopping by to do mischief to our plane.
Mischief makers? Coming here?
If you could stand watch while I finish getting the systems online, that would be great.
Fear not, Brainiac chum. You'll be safe while my fists are on.
Can you gamble? Or can you duel when I'm offline?
Troglodytes. Didn't think I forgot about Mesa City, did you? I figure you joints let me smash up your aeroplane and we're even. You and what army? Dumb guy? Army? Oh yeah. Okay, boys.
You can?
I paid you
Okay.
out good enough. Time to crack some skulls.
Murray, you can't hurt Mugshot with your fists. Try
Oh, snap.
the switch in the middle of the hangar.
Ow! Get that pink! These doors ain't holding themselves open.
Murray's dead.
Murray, you can't hurt Mugshot with your fists. Try using the switch in the middle of the hangar.
killing me!
His auto aim's not that good actually.
My Imperious Maximus! It's out of whack!
Mario, what are you doing? Jesus criminy. Okay, I think not getting upgrades is actually kind of bad. I think they only spawn if you kill them, so what if we just don't kill them?
That's got my kneecap! Oh, man!
Hey, I'm number 4 now.
I can take it all day, lightweight.
Right wing?
Oh! Right in the solar plexus. Don't think this is over.
You're ranked 16?
You're not untouchable.
I think it's because, you know, I did not cheat at all. Okay, I set my points to 0. There you go.
Fortunately, my security devices are almost online. I'll just have time for a quick test.
Let's see, I can switch between computers by moving the left analog stick.
Oh, and that's it for it is?
Test the security by pressing the triangle button, circle button, X button, or square button. I can activate the traps for the currently selected sewer. They appear to take a few seconds to recharge after being triggered. And now to test the security by pressing the triangle button, circle button, X button. Looks like they're working perfectly. And just in time, too. Hurry, they're upon us. If one gets through my trap, you'll have to take him out.
Got it. The Cooper plane is as safe as a baby in its aircraft hangar crib.
Now they're coming in from the right.
We stopped that group, Murray, but
Oh.
it looks like more are on the way, and they're packing explosives.
Boomer reflexes.
Hands off the plane, bub! getting through! The plane's taking a beat! One got through!
This is rough.
It's the final push. Keep that plane safe. Just a few bogeys left. We got him. Nice work, Murray.
Mudshot'll need a lot more than muscle to intimidate us.
Looks like he's got muscle and mortar fire. Maybe it's time I brought in some backup. Just hope she's monitoring the ham radio frequencies. Penelope, do you read me? Are you out there? I read you.
There she is. It's Mousely.
Sort of an awkward first face-to-face.
It's actually Mousely.
But your hangar is getting attacked by some traitorous, paid-off Black Baron goons. Don't worry, I won't let those honorless double-crossers hurt your team's plane.
Is your RC chopper operational?
Affirmative. It's deployed and airborne.
You're a heck of a woman.
I know. That's what my homepage says. Don't worry, Bentley. I'll keep those traitorous guards from damaging your hangar. Oh, wait! I just installed a Yank 86 and haven't had time to read the specs. Are you familiar with
Spin?
the device?
Absolutely. Just hit the X button to lower your cable and grab opponents. Follow the arrow to find enemies. Use the R1 button to kick on the thrusters and yank things off the ground.
Sweet! I'll teach those chumps not to sell out the Black Baron.
Some enemies require a few yanks to defeat. To maximize your power, boost in one direction, pull on the cable, then turn around and boost the other way.
Yeah, these guys are heavy.
Penelope, I'm detecting incoming tanks. They could do some serious damage to our hangar. Follow the arrow to find their location.
Affirmative.
Those tanks are heavy. You'll have to boost back and forth several times.
He wasn't so tough.
What?
Hope you're not afraid of heights. Take that, traitor.
What an odd minigame choice.
Hey, pal. Nice to see ya.
Oh my god. No wonder it's taking so much damage.
Great job, Penelope.
Whew,
You're
man.
the best RC pilot I've
You
ever
can change difficulty? No, there's only one difficulty.
No one sells out the Black
95% minigames. I guess that's a way of getting some variety. It's okay, I guess.
All set up for the Aces semifinals. Once Sly arrives at the team hangar, over, we'll prep the plane and suit up for competition.
Alright, make that. Yeah. Oh, this is freaking cheese here. I didn't even see that. Okay, well, I think I'm done here for today, chat. Let us see what we're doing tomorrow, I guess. Oh, man. Oh my god, how's it 5:30 already? Ow. What the heck? It's already been like almost 4 hours. Oh man, I gotta get a video done. You just got here. Well, you get here earlier next time, I guess. Oh. Oh, what are you doing? Mario 64? Maybe it's time for Mario 64? Ask and you shall receive, I guess. What do people use? What do people use for Mario 64? I've never actually played this, so this will be my first time playing it, by the way. I've never played this game before. So this will be interesting. I know Vinny plays like Mario 64 a lot, actually. A lot of ROM hacks, and I never really like got into them because I just never played Mario 64. Nintendo 64? Oh, can someone buy me a Nintendo 64? Thanks. Wait, does Switch have this? Wait, does Switch have Mario 64? Like emulated? On their like Nintendo online service or whatever? It does. Is it good though? Is it good though, or like does emulating it run better? Well, you know what? I don't think I want to spend 20 bucks for Nintendo Online, so don't tell them, all right? Don't tell them. Okay, so I guess that's what we're doing tomorrow, chat, I guess. Oh, I need to set it up and everything. Okay. Okay, I guess that's what we're doing tomorrow. So yeah, chat, that's what we're doing. So see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching, by the way. That was a lot of talking today. Give everyone 64 points. Can I do that? Can I actually give everyone? Can I like add points everyone? Add points everyone? Can I do that? Ah, there you go. That's pretty cool. Alright, so yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Mario 64.